you should watch Rocky El Paso Live? Well, I'll tell you.
Well, first off, our studio is one of the most state-of-the-art in the world. Also, we have the best host on the internet radio right now. You know his name already. And sure, we may drink a lot, but we're always responsible when we do so. Not to mention, our producer. That guy's a comedy genius. Brilliant man. And the best thing yet, well, our show is driven by you, the caller. You guys give us calls, and we go from there.
Thank you for calling Rocky El Paso Live. How can I help you?
This show fucking sucks, guys. This is fucking terrible.
Oh, and I almost forgot. We've got the greatest motherfucker soundboard, and that's me, Rocky El Paso.
Gotta love that Rocky El Paso Live! Get the fuck out of my house, motherfucker!
We're all here together on the Rocky El Paso Show. We're here together to learn and grow. We're all here together on the Rocky El Paso Show. We're here together to learn and grow.
What the hell are you boys doing? Y'all need to get the hell out of here! I ain't doing this shit no more! Seriously, get the fuck out of my... Seriously, I'm trying to sleep right now, motherfucker! Get the fuck out!
We're all here together on the Rocky El Paso Show. We're here together to learn and grow. We're all here together on the Rocky El Paso Show. We're here together to learn and grow.
I done told you motherfuckers twice! Get the hell out of my house! You know what? I'm calling the cops! Rocky El Paso.
And welcome back to yet another episode of Rocky El Paso Live. I'm the host, Toby Otten. On the soundboard, we have the beautiful Rocky El Paso.
That's me, baby.
And we're going to have to slow things down a little because we got quite the long show ahead of us. So just slow down, Rocky. You know.
I'm editing the post real quick.
Yeah, we ran into a bit of a conundrum. I was unable to share that we went live to the Rocky El Paso Live Facebook page.
Try it now.
All right, and while I do that, Rocky, why don't you tell the viewers a story about...
Tell them what we're doing tonight. So tonight we started an hour early. Well, about an hour early, like 50 minutes. We are going to be doing a 3-hour special, so we're going to start an hour early and an hour later. And hopefully we can keep you guys entertained that long. Probably not. I mean,
well, we're not going to keep... There's no one's going to watch from start to finish.
I bet we both do.
Let's be realistic.
From the time we start to the time we finish, we'll be watching.
I'd be surprised if you're still paying attention by then. Yeah, I'll be surprised if I do. All right. Oh, man, wrong fucking page. Son of a bitch.
Well, you shared it to the band page. Our band that we keep live in the studio, Barney and the Co-Pilot, they have a page too. But
and they gave me access to it, which was cool of them.
Yeah, I don't think they use it much, though.
Oh, they don't. They're a bunch
Doesn't make a lot of
drunks.
sense. Yeah. They really are. Like, it's ridiculous. They don't get shit done. In other news, Toby's about got it shared on the page.
I don't know. This is fucking...
He's getting there. He's trying really
This is
hard.
problematic. This ruined my whole weekend.
It ruined your whole weekend.
Yeah, it's gonna blow over.
It's only fucking Tuesday, man.
Yeah, I know. It sucks. The weekend got ruined quick this week.
Yeah, it didn't even make it halfway there. Today was payday for me. I got paid today. That's kind of cool.
Man, it still ain't let me post.
I have no idea
One
how
more
much I
try.
got paid. It probably wasn't very much. I've been working less.
One more try, okay.
Also, payday was yesterday, too. I have 2 jobs because I'm kind of like a
You
sophisticated...
got 3 jobs.
I got 3 jobs.
I got a hair in my mouth.
He's got a hair in his mouth.
It's my own hair.
But he's not getting paid to have that hair in his mouth.
I am, actually. I know a rich, wealthy benefactor who, he's got some odd fetishes.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
He likes when I put my hair in my mouth and try to do a radio program.
That is a little odd. But I can see why he would want to watch the program.
And you know, the irony is we did the elongated intro so I would have time to do all this before we started.
And it did not work out quite how
At all.
we had planned it to.
All right, last attempt, and then I'm giving up. It's doing something.
What the hell?
There we go.
There we go.
All right.
We are fucking
All right, Rocky El
shared by the
Paso
fucking
live.
page. All right, we have 0 viewers right now.
Got it done right in time.
Yeah.
Now we can talk about whatever we want. All right, let's go ahead and pull up talking points, man. Start knocking them out.
Yeah.
Instead of doing a 3-hour show, we say we just go until we're done with the talking points.
I like the idea of doing a 3-hour show.
Ah, you're crazy.
Let me pull up the talking points.
You're crazy.
I got full screen, dude. Got so much going on.
I mean,
There we go. Now we're good here.
probably help if you knew what you was doing.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, so first on tonight's agenda, Rocky.
I went to the fucking.
Oh, my phone's making noise. What?
I went to the fucking. What do you call it?
Oh, I was going to.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you tell.
First
you
on
tell 'em.
tonight's agenda, Rocky El Paso went to the fucking chiropractor. That was about how you was gonna say it.
Chiropractor. The chiropractor is what he says. It was a chiropractor.
Who gives a fuck?
The chiropractor, probably. I imagine he'll only be called a chiropractor. He's not a mechanic.
Listen, man. That's the whole reason we fought the Revolutionary War, so we can say things the way we want. Hey, oh, blimey, old mate. Oh, yeah, you want some cookies with your tea? Oh, no, some biscuits?
They do say biscuits instead of cookies.
That's why if you use the word mate as an American, that you should be charged with treason.
Treason, yeah. Or is it treason?
Treason.
Treason. Get in charge of
Anyway,
treason.
what about the chiropractor? Chiropractor.
So I go to the chiropractor, and this motherfucker, he's this old man, and it's like, it was so weird because he was like really, really well put together. Like, he had like, I don't know, like he looked like he sold cars. I just felt like I was getting ripped off from the minute I walked in the door. like
That's rough.
He literally looked like a fucking car salesman. He had the fucking gel in his hair. It was all clean fucking cut. And it,
I was just making sure we were live on or YouTube as well.
he had fucking fancy dress shoes and shit.
I guess I might as well check them all.
Ooh, I'm going to make a peanut butter sandwich on our first break. A peanut butter and jelly sandwich. No, I am.
You're going to get everything all sticky
I
again.
wanted to do one before we started.
You're going to get everything
They're so
sticky,
fucking
dude.
good. I love peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Man, you know
Anyways.
it took 4 days to get all the jelly off of every damn thing.
I know, but the chiropractor, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, he he tells me my spine is twisted,
I'm crooked than a politician.
basically, and I've been having real bad shoulder problems, so it's like I can't lift my arms up over my head really, with my left arm really, can't lift that shit up over my head, but the chiropractor tells me that my spine's twisted, and when I'm standing straight ahead, like looking forward, it looks like my head's turned all the way to the left. And he's like, yeah, I'll do some adjustment on you. And I'm like, all right. This motherfucker just beat me up. That's literally all he did. He laid me down on the table and then just fucking slung me around.
That's what they do.
And then he's like, he grabs my neck, and I'm like nervous already. He's like, all right, just be loose here.
I just noticed something. Looking at the camera, my hair ain't how I normally have it. There we go.
Oh, there we go. That's better. It's a lot better. Now
That's
we're
why
on the show,
Does
baby.
it look good? Do I look presentable?
You look fantastic.
Hold on,
bro.
I gotta brush it the rest of the way. It's driving me nuts. Normally I look real kit.
Mine's pretty.
There we go.
We're all here
I
together.
had taken a
Gonna
shower
get
right
up
before the
that
show.
little
Yeah, got the little Elvis thing going on. What's up with that?
You know. yeah. Oh,
Oh, fuck it. Fuck it. Not tonight. As my mother always says to my father, not tonight.
Well, my hands are shaking, my knees are weak.
All right.
I'm
Let's not
staring
have
at the microphone,
Come
but
on.
I can't speak.
Let's not have
mean,
a whole
shut-
damn show where we do shit like that again.
It was a good show. We were talking about like
Yeah,
that
but we're gonna be known as just those jackasses singing.
Anyways, fucking chiropractor. He grabs my neck, dude. And I thought he was gonna kill me the way he fucking turned it. But it popped, dude. I haven't popped my
Thought he
neck
was
like
having Nam flashbacks.
motherfucker.
He's in the bushes.
He seriously fucking grabbed my neck and just like threw it. Like he's like literally like bow, like really fast.
Start calling you Charlie.
For the camera, yeah, for the camera. He fucking bow.
There you
Wow.
go. Yeah, man. That's what I've been saying. We got the webcam. We need to be more animated.
Yeah, he bowed the show, and that hurt my shoulder a little bit doing
I'm very happy you did that.
that. All right, well, I'm glad you're happy. I'm gonna take a drink of my beer now. You speak for a minute.
All right. Well, while Rocky attends to his business, I want to tell you guys about Woodstock.
I kind of want to chug a beer.
You want to talk about Woodstock?
Yeah, I want to talk about Woodstock.
Well, you're the one that researched it. Why don't you bring it up?
All right. So I didn't look a whole lot into it. I mean, this is literally like a fucking Wikipedia
About
thing
an
already.
hour's worth.
Yeah, an hour.
He's not writing a thesis on the damn subject. But what was it in 70, 69?
1969 was Woodstock.
Yeah.
Well, like it's like the most famous fucking rock festival that's ever fucking happened, and they basically they were trying to get permits in all these different cities to try to do it, and people kept turning them down, obviously, because they're wanting to fucking throw this giant ass party. Well, this dairy farmer offered him his land for like $10,000 for 3 days, so they paid him 10 grand. And they rented out this land. They tell everybody, the estimated turnout it's going to be about 50,000 people, like around 50,000, like maybe a couple more. Well, the organizers knew that it'd be at least 150,000. They were expecting 150,000, like a little bit more than that.
All right.
Well, the best counts they've got are saying that it was closer to 500,000. So like 450,000.
That's 500,000. That's $500,000.
On 600 acres. And I know 600 acres is a lot of land, but still, they it's 3 times what they were expecting, and I guess you would say 9 times more than fucking what they had told people. So, anyways, the traffic's so fucking packed. The cars they couldn't move. A lot of people were literally parking on the side of the road and then walking miles to the concert area. People were like sleeping outside on the ground, pitching tents, making fucking shelters out of mud and cloth, whatever they could find around. And everybody was just kind of like sharing food. Most of the people, so it's this huge concert, so you're thinking, man, they must have fucking made a killing. Well, it turns out that at Woodstock, they fucking...
Into the mic.
Anyways, at Woodstock, they fucking... Why are you staring at me? It's making me uncomfortable. It's making me very uncomfortable.
We're just having a conversation.
It's making me very uncomfortable.
What we did the whole show. Like,
No, let's
show.
no, let's not do that.
I brushed my teeth. My breath
Okay.
shouldn't stink.
I just don't want to be that close.
Oh, it might stink a little.
I got like a bubble.
Halitosis ain't no joke.
But anyways, the motherfuckers, they lost money on the concert gig, and they only paid $10,000 for the property, and then they paid the bands. But like, they had fucking almost 500,000 people show up and lost money because almost nobody paid to get in. They all like were fucking just getting in for free.
I don't know why.
Can
that's
you
so
imagine?
fun.
You imagine you throw the biggest rock concert of all time with the biggest bands of all time, and you lose money. And it's not
I
like
can
you didn't.
imagine.
It's not like you didn't have people show up. The shows were packed, but they
Yeah,
made no
you ended
fucking
up
money.
More than doubling your expectations.
They tripled,
Yeah.
and then fucking
Well, no, it wouldn't have been triple.
no, it was triple.
They were expecting 150,000.
And they got over 450.
Oh yeah, no, because
Yes.
double that would be 300.
So triple would be 3 of those, which is 450.
Yeah, for some reason I was thinking it would be in the 500 range.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's close to 500,000. That's triple.
All right.
Motherfuckers just like so many people there, but
You know, when I wrote down that talking point, I assumed it would be more entertaining.
well, I think people need to hear about it. But anyways, people were fucking.
But we didn't even talk about the lack of bathrooms.
Oh yeah, there wasn't.
You
Yeah,
forgot the best part. So apparently they were underprepared. That's apparent. But they were under-facilitated when it came to restrooms. So imagine you got people high on LSD and you know, Lord knows what else. Just fucking you. You think it's bad stepping in a pile of dog shit? Imagine you're stepping into a pile of hippie shit.
And you're high as fuck.
I imagine. And hell, aren't there? Since it was raining, there was probably people rolling around in mud and shit.
Oh yeah, it was raining.
And mud and shit.
Yeah, mud and shit, literally.
Oh, fucking getting wild.
Fucking the whole weekend was apparently rainy.
And
just fucking rolling around and fucking.
I ever tell you my
dog
father
shit.
actually went to Woodstock?
Really?
That's where he met my mother.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I could tell.
Yeah.
Your dad looks like a fucking hippie.
Oh, he used to be. He got away from it, but
I know.
my
so
father met my mother at Woodstock, and he said what he did was he gave her some laced LSD, and she fucking tripped for like 1.5 days, I think he said, and then when she finally like came down, they had sex.
Yeah, once she came down.
Yeah.
Not while she was out.
No, my dad. For some reason my dad cannot. His dick won't perform if he doesn't have an audience.
That's a good point.
Like he just can't get it up. I don't know.
Didn't he say he laced the LSD with weed?
No, formaldehyde.
Oh. You got me with that one, man. I didn't see that shit coming at all.
Honestly, I had no. It's just funny to say formaldehyde.
I thought you were going to come with something off base, but I wasn't expecting formaldehyde. Hey, an LSD laced in formaldehyde.
Folks, don't try that. That will probably kill you. Do not try that.
Don't try LSD. It'll fucking do it.
I mean, it's illegal, so you shouldn't try it. But if you do, definitely don't lace it with formaldehyde. For the love of God. Your fucking stomach end up rotting out of you.
You might end up married. Who knows?
You're gonna be married to the grave.
Oh my god, dude. Fucking formaldehyde. I did not see that coming at all.
You shouldn't have fucked with me,
I
man.
know, it's just like, it'd be funny if I said LSD was laced with weed. Like, that's already, like, absurd in the first place, and then fucking formaldehyde.
You know formaldehyde's my go-to.
Yeah, I know. The only reason I brought up fucking weed in the first place is because it's a fucking natural plant. And motherfuckers are all about that shit now.
So what do you think? We didn't write this down, but do you think marijuana should or should not be illegal?
No, it shouldn't be illegal.
Cannabis.
Honestly, I'm starting to hit the fence where, like, I think
Do
drugs...
you think cannabis...
No, it should not be illegal.
Well, how about hemp?
No, none of it. No, let me finish my point. I'm starting to lean on this fence where I don't think any drugs should be illegal.
You're becoming a libertarian.
Well, and I've thought before, like, that sounds stupid as fuck, but there's a good point to it. If no drugs are illegal, all right, then you don't get all the stupid drug charges, right? So, like, you really can only get charged with
For
shit.
serious crime.
And so, like, if the people are getting high and doing crazy shit, they get locked up for the crazy shit. But most of the time, the cops are just arresting them for fucking whatever they're high on, not so much the, hey, I did a lot of theft. But then you could punish them a little more severe because you're not fucking filling up the jails as much. You know what I mean?
You know, I never thought about it that way, and that is a good point. However,
Okay.
I don't think that your harder drugs should be made illegal or legal for the simple fact that kids are going to end up getting into them.
Kids already do.
Well, I'm saying they're going to imagine, you know. Nowadays, if a kid wants to do drugs, they basically got to meet with a shady guy, put their life on the line, risk being Amber Alerted. You know, these high school kids, they ain't got no damn sense to begin with. Now, imagine you take away the risk of being Amber Alerted. Suddenly, these kids, there's less reason to not do it. And everyone knows that high school kids, they love getting high. They'll snort Elmer's glue. Remember that guy we went to high school with? He would coat the inside of his nose every morning with that stick glue. He'd just shove it in there.
Charles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's not his name. I assume that was a fake name.
Yeah, it was a fake name.
Okay, good job. Anyway, so you know who I'm talking about, though, right? The guy with the blonde hair.
Yeah, I know. You're
He had the long blonde hair.
Yeah.
Last name Woodcrest.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm not gonna give his last name. Anyway, this guy is so kids are gonna do what they're gonna do. Let's not make it easier for them.
All right. I think what we need to do now, I want to get another beer. Mine's empty.
It's a little too early for that first break.
We're 20 minutes in.
Yeah, but it's a 3-hour show, so we got to bump it back to 30.
I don't think so.
I'm telling you. We
got 3 ads. We normally do 2.
Well, we got 4, don't we?
Yeah. Okay. Well, we normally do 3.
And we could go back to.
I'm gonna play the Facebook ad.
Well, I could play Facebook ad again. Could play Cooking with Toby. Honestly, we should have uploaded the stand-ups too, because this show is going to be a long show.
Can we upload the stand-ups while we were streaming?
Cool enough. We've only blown through 2 talking points, and we're already like normally we would be like halfway down the list.
Yeah, we're elaborating on things.
We have an abundance of material tonight. None of it good, but we have a lot of it.
We do.
You chose quality over quantity over quality tonight.
You talking Jerry Seinfeld, baby?
Yeah. Oh, what's the deal? What's the deal with the chlamydia?
It's a burning one up here. What's the deal with that?
And have you noticed the clitoris?
So
what's the deal with the clitoris?
What I was going to ask is, can we upload the stand-ups while we're streaming or no?
No, because it'll switch scenes. And I mean, technically we can do it, but it's going to look shitty and you're going to hear it, and it just is not recommended. Now, we could stop the stream altogether.
No.
And then, hear me out. We could stop the stream, say fuck 3 hours, and just quit doing it.
I'm not with that, even though we have 0 viewers at the moment.
Man, never mention how many viewers we got. Always make it sound big.
Well, you haven't even seen the viewers. You don't know if I'm being honest or not. I just said that.
Someone could tune in as you're saying it and think, well, there ain't no one else. I don't want to be the only one. Man, you got to embellish.
Now, we need to embrace that one fan.
We have 0 away from 110.
Make them feel special. I think if we got a fan watching right now, I want you to know you're special.
You're so special.
You're real special. Actually, that might be creepy and fucking scare people off.
You're so special to us.
Right.
I want to go left ear tonight. I'm left ear. I want to be left ear. You can be right.
That's ridiculous. Let's do the ad.
You want to be both ears?
Actually, let's replay let's replay the Facebook ad.
Considering I should be the right ear.
Hey, we got people writing. Holy shit! I didn't realize it's popping up in the chat.
We telling them.
Look.
There ain't nobody watching the damn thing.
No, look.
You think the view counter's fucked up?
No, look.
That's cool. It's about damn time. It's about damn time.
Let's read only.
Yeah. All right, let's not get too distracted here.
Well, I want to write them back.
You gotta just say something to them. You ain't gotta write them back.
No, they're not on there. I'm gonna tag them. They done got off.
Don't tag them. The hell's wrong with you tagging folks? The hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, what I think we should do is go ahead and play the Facebook ad again because of the viewer count.
Why don't we just go to ad 1?
Oh, because I don't want to waste it.
All right. But the Facebook ad's like a minute long. It's very short.
I'm literally just going to grab a beer.
Well, I was wanting to take a small break.
All right. Well, then we'll just play the ad 1.
Well, we could skip to an old ad. You want to do ad 4?
Yeah, we can do ad 4.
Ad 4 is it's Gabe. Number 3 is Lou, and then 1 is the celebratory. And 2 is the new sponsor.
Okay. Well, I'll do ad 4.
Okay. So, folks, if you'd sit tight and enjoy a message from our sponsors. Listen, folks, we've been busy tonight. I mean, hell, we've been running circles around in here. So, of course, we took a break. This ain't our first rodeo, and it shouldn't be yours either. You should have already known we were going to go on break. For crying out loud, we got the webcam now. We done played all this great fucking footage and whatnot. Or maybe we did, maybe we didn't. I don't know. We kind of just go with the flow. Anyway, exciting news. We have yet another sponsor, and this one is a local attorney. And myself, I've never really gotten too much legal trouble. but perhaps some of you guys have. And if so, I would recommend you give this guy a call. And enjoy.
The name's Gabriel Law, attorney at law. And if you've been in a car accident recently, you need to come see me. Trust me, do not let the carelessness of other drivers set your family back. I don't even care if you're hurt. I got doctors we can call. They'll say anyone's hurt. They'll say a newborn baby's hurt. Trust me, I've won people a lot of money, and that's how I can afford to have ads like this. That's Gabriel Law, and I ain't no motherfucking sissy.
My name's Rodney, and Gabriel Law won me over 300 grand when I ran a red light and hit a school bus. This man's the real deal, Gabriel Law.
So there you have it. I don't give a damn if kids are involved or not. I will get you paid. You will be a rich man. So come see me, Gabriel Law. I ain't no bitch.
So, folks, there you go. Gabriel Law. You know, I don't really have much use for a lawyer, but I'll tell you this right now. He does not sound like the kind of man I'd want to get in a fist fight with. I mean, he's definitely cutthroat. But that's what you want in a lawyer. I mean, if you're taking someone to court, you're going to want a lawyer who will do anything it takes to win the case. And it sounds like that's exactly what Gabriel Law is. So, yeah. So I would recommend if you're in legal trouble, you go pay old Gabe a visit. I hope you don't mind me calling that. But anyway, so we got to come back from the break, and I'm recording this while Rocky, so I got to do the countdown. And that's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Asking me why you should watch Rocky El Paso live? Well, I'll tell you.
Well, first off, our studio is one of the most state-of-the-art in the world. Also, we have the best host on the internet radio right now. You know his name already. And sure, we may drink a lot, but we're always responsible when we do so. Not to mention our producer. That guy's a comedy genius. Brilliant man. And the best thing yet, well, our show is driven by you, the caller. You guys give us calls, and we go from there.
Thank you for calling Rocky El Paso Live. How can I help you?
This show fucking sucks, guys. This is fucking terrible.
Oh, and I almost forgot. We've got the greatest motherfucker soundboard, and that's me, Rocky El Paso.
Gotta love that Rocky El Paso live!
Listen, folks, we've been busy tonight. I mean, hell, we've been running circles around in here. So, of course, we took a break. This ain't our first rodeo, and it shouldn't be yours either. You should have already known we were going to go on break. For crying out loud, we got the webcam now. We done played all this great fucking footage and whatnot. Or maybe we did, maybe we didn't. I don't know. We kind of just go with the flow. Anyway, exciting news. We have yet another sponsor, and this one is a local attorney. And myself, I've never really gotten too much legal trouble, but perhaps some of you guys have. And if so, I would recommend you give this guy a call. And enjoy.
The name's Gabriel Law, attorney at law. And if you've been in a car accident recently, you need to come see me. Trust me, do not let the carelessness of other drivers set your family back. I don't even care if you're hurt. I got doctors we can call. They'll say anyone's hurt. They'll say a newborn baby's hurt. Trust me, I've won people a lot of money, and that's how I can afford to have ads like this. That's Gabriel Law, and I ain't no motherfucking sissy.
My name's Rodney, and Gabriel Law won me over 300 grand when I ran a red light and hit a school bus. This man's the real deal, Gabriel Law.
So there you have it. I don't give a damn if kids are involved or not. I will get you paid. You will be a rich man. So come see me, Gabriel Law. I ain't no bitch.
So, folks, there you go. Gabriel Law. You know, I don't really have much use for a lawyer, but I'll tell you this right now. He does not sound like the kind of man I'd want to get in a fist fight with. I mean, he's definitely cutthroat. But that's what you want in a lawyer. I mean, if you're taking someone to court, you're going to want a lawyer who will do anything it takes to win the case. And it sounds like that's exactly what Gabriel Law is. So, yeah. So I would recommend if you're in legal trouble, you go pay old Gabe a visit. I hope you don't mind me calling that. But anyway, so we got to come back from the break, and I'm recording this while Rocky, so I got to do the countdown. And that's 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, Rocky, 1. I'm here. Turn it off. Turn it off. All right, sorry, folks, but how in the fuck am I out of frame all of a sudden?
I don't know.
Why didn't you tell me?
I don't know.
All right, so yeah, it's time for the best part of the show, the part of the show where I do less work. Or where we do less work.
No, sir. I'm about to say.
I wasn't trying to undersell you. I was just talking.
All right, tell them what's happening so I can do it.
So we're going to be pulling up the phone lines. If we have viewers who do not live in the United States, I recommend you do not call because you will probably get long distancing charges. Yeah, it's just a cell phone, folks. We do not call back the numbers. We don't keep track of the numbers. We have actually never called back a number, even when Rocky has requested I do because it got cut off during the show. That is my promise to you. So that number's 502-551-0243. So far tonight we've talked about chiropractors. Now Rocky got manhandled by one. We've talked about Woodstock. And I think this would probably be a good conversation if people want to call in, give their opinion. Pepsi versus Coca-Cola.
I'm all Coke, baby.
Is it Pepsi-Cola? Is that the name of the company?
I think it's Pepsi-Cola.
All right. Anyway, you said you're all Coke?
Mm-hmm.
I actually like Pepsi more. To me, it's sweeter. I like the sweetness. I love the sweetness when I'm kissing the pussy lips.
Mm.
Get a little bit of
the Pepsi pussy kisser.
Give her a little kiss goodnight. I should have probably pointed out explicit content. Where is it? Right there. Yeah. Put your kids to bed. Should be up this late anyway.
I had to have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, guys. I'm sorry.
So,
it's on toasted bread, too.
Anyway, why you like Coke better? We should at least elaborate.
Pepsi tastes like a flat version of Coke.
That's bullshit. Pepsi's sweeter.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it is. We will one day do a blind taste test. We've actually had all the sodas we were going to do it with, and we ended up drinking them all without doing a taste test. Look, man, that's the way it goes. So, yeah. You know what? Fucking, the talking point did not get the kind of mileage I assumed it would.
I was eating, I'm sorry.
It's all right. Well, there's always other things like veganism.
When it comes to Pepsi or Coke, I prefer beer.
That's silly.
I love beer. It's delicious.
That's absolutely silly. That's the silliest damn thing I've ever heard. Guys, man, who the fuck wants to just sit around drinking beer all the fucking time?
Me?
You might as well just drink fucking salty water. Salty, bitter water.
I hate salt water.
You don't even like a warm glass of it before you go to bed?
No, that's different. It's not that I like it. It's good for you.
No,
yeah.
Let's talk about veganism, man.
Probably not 165.
Talk about veganism.
Veganism, all right, look. So.
Now, me and Rocky don't see eye to eye on this one.
No, we don't. But.
I'm not a vegan. I'm a vegetarian. I don't want to cut pork out of my diet. That's why I haven't converted to veganism.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So, like, I'm an almost vegetarian, I suppose, is what you would call it.
Yeah. And
just the way I see it, with so many religious restrictions on eating pork, there's an abundance of it. So you might as well take that out. It's just going to waste.
Yeah, that's true. The way I look at it, you should do whatever the fuck you want, as long as it's not other humans.
I disagree entirely.
And it's only in certain standards.
No.
There's sometimes you can eat a human.
There's no reason to be rounding up these poor little scared cows. All they want to do is laugh and play.
No, man, that's not true.
There's no reason to eat
cows
others.
are gluttonous like pigs.
No,
they are, and that's why they need to be offed and ate. Think about it like this. Think about it like this.
You know, my Deborah. She says it's all just very selfish.
Think of it like this.
And Deborah, I love that woman.
I know you do. Y'all been together for how long now?
About 2 weeks. See, I was like the rest of you. You know, I was a very ignorant, closed-minded carnivore,
On.
and it was disgusting. You know, to think that I'm just sitting there ripping a fucking. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cuss. Ripping flesh apart with my teeth, and then just chewing on it, and the whole time I'm just sitting there kicking my feet without a care in the world. And then I started dating Deborah, and she asked me a very interesting question while we were in the midst of being intimate one night. Should I say what she said?
Yeah, go ahead.
She said, "Why should things have to suffer when no one has to suffer?" And I said, "Baby, that is fantastic. I never thought of it that way. You know, I'm sitting there just fucking leading lambs to the slaughter."
I don't. Okay, see, so like animals, they're not suffering.
They suffer.
They're being put down rapidly,
No,
and they get
no,
to
no,
eat
no.
good the whole time they're alive. Like, think about it. We're trying to get them as big and healthy as possible, so that when we eat them,
No.
we can get more from
Nope.
them.
Don't-
And the better quality meat comes from better quality fed, and we want to give the best quality food because we want to eat the best quality food.
No,
Everybody does.
There were so many problems with what you just said. For one, they are not put down humanely. Do you know how cows are wrangled?
Yeah.
The cowboys will actually tie barbed wire around the whole cow's body. That way the cows can't
No,
go
they
astray.
don't. They don't do their whole body.
They do,
No, they do not.
barbed wire around the
No,
entire cow's
no,
body.
No.
That way only the front two legs can move, and they make them crawl all the way to market.
It's not what they do.
Also, you realize that they feed other dead animals that were too skinny to the other animals. That way they get healthy. So you're sitting there, they make them resort to cannibalism just so you can have your healthy old good piece of, what was it, porterhouse steak?
I love porterhouse steak. That's not the point.
That is so ridiculous.
No, that's not what they do.
Just imagine if that was
They
your
literally, it's my kid would be the one getting the cow. They don't. What they do with cows in general. So they actually, you ever heard of cow tipping?
kid. Yeah.
So we tip over cows. What they
I
would
know
do
this.
is they would tip them over, okay, and then when something that big hits the ground that hard, it dies instantly.
That is not how that works.
That is how it works.
That is not
no,
how that
I'm
works.
telling you, they used to do it all the time on my great uncle's farm.
Your great uncle was a drunk.
But he knew what he was doing. We had hamburgers every night, steaks every other night.
Yeah, but he'd always forget to fucking put them in the freezer, and the meat would spoil the next day. He had to go out there and get another cow.
Yeah, but he had so many, it didn't matter. You just tip them right over, they die instantly.
Uh,
Instant death, instant. Bam, bam, they don't feel a thing.
but imagine.
It's like a roller coaster. They're at the top of the hill. And whee!
Imagine.
And then it's
but
over.
Imagine
In a flash,
this,
bang.
if you
It's
will.
over with.
All right. Say you was standing in the field, happy as can be, fit as a fiddle, just sitting there eating grass, shitting everywhere, and all of a sudden some jackass comes and knocks you over and kills you.
I don't guess I'd know the difference. I'd be dead.
Nah, you know.
No, I don't.
After you see about 10 or 15 other cows get done that way, you know what happens. As soon as
No.
you lose your balance, you know what's coming.
You don't.
You know, cows have actually been taught how to use sign language. Recent studies.
Cows have been taught to use sign language.
Yeah, there's a cow. I think the cow's name is Moo Moo or something like that. I can't remember its name. You can look it up. Google.
Okay, you know what?
The cow learned sign. Go ahead and Google it real
All right,
quick.
hold on.
Just do it on the computer we're using. Cow learns sign language. There you go. That first link. See, pull that up. All right. You see right there. I'm not going to say the name of the university that's doing this study, but you see how the cow has been taught, it says right there, through a series of eye movements and tongue movements, the cow has been successfully communicating with them.
That's horse shit.
It ain't horse shit and talking to the mic.
No,
please.
it's cow shit. It's not horse shit. It's bullshit.
No, man. Cows are sentient.
No, they're not, man.
I'm
I'm
telling
telling
you
you,
right
you
now.
tip them bad boys over and it's a
People
wrap.
should not be eating sentient beings.
They're not sentient.
The only way I can justify eating meat is if you're in a plane crash and you're trapped in snow.
Well, and what meat would you be eating? Exactly.
You would have to resort to cannibalism. But that's fine. Have you ever
whole
been
point-
cold
look.
and hungry? It sucks. It's the worst thing. I would not wish that on anyone.
All right.
Now, if they're not cold, they shouldn't be resorting to cannibalism.
Here's my thing. It's people like you,
But
man.
that's
people
comfort
bitch.
food.
People bitch.
Honestly, that's comfort food.
It's not comfort food.
You put a little of that chili powder on there, cook it up with some collard greens and whatnot. That's soul food.
The way I'm looking at this,
It's comfort food. Get a nice little gravy going on top of it.
if people bitch about Christians a lot. They're always pushing their beliefs on people, right?
Here we go.
But
Again.
the way I see it, the people that are worse than the fucking Christians are the vegans. Because they're trying to push their beliefs on anybody.
Take it back.
And the way I look
Take
at
it back.
look, if you can push your beliefs on me, why can't I push mine on animals?
Because that ain't right.
Well, ain't it right? Go ahead and say it. What
we
happens to the
shouldn't
animal?
be-
Because you say, oh, it kills the animal? Well, you're making me want to fucking shoot myself in the face hearing all your bullshit.
We should not be allowed to do anything. Force an animal to do anything. They're basically children.
They're not children.
Talking to the mic.
They're not children.
They basically are. They
only
have
thing-
the mentality of a child.
The only thing-
There's actually another study. You can look it up if you want to. You ain't got to. I'm
I'd
sure
rather
at
not.
this point you'll take my word for it.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it.
But there was another study done where they actually see when cows are born, they breastfeed off the mother. And they found that if you take a baby cow and every time it tries to breastfeed, you hit it in the head with a hammer, that the baby cow will become very depressed because it doesn't get to be around its mother.
You don't think it's just because it isn't getting to eat?
No.
I think it's definitely just because.
No, because they would actually give it milk.
What kind of milk?
They would give it the mother's milk, but they wouldn't
Yeah,
let
it's
it
probably
actually feed off the
pasteurized.
mother.
It's probably
Well, of
pasteurized.
course, you don't want to
And
get
honestly,
parasites.
it's just like anything else. If it's not straight from the tap, it's not as good.
Actually, I would argue it's better if it ain't straight from the tap. When it comes to milk,
Not when you're a cow.
let's be honest, man. That'd be fucking all thick and shit.
No, it's actually thinner.
Are you sure about that? Because the cream's in it.
I have no
They
idea.
haven't separated the cream from the milk.
To be honest, I have no idea. I assume it's thinner because it squirts out
It'd be thicker.
like lightning when you fucking sit there. You ain't got them motherfuckers.
I'm telling you, it's got to be
Just fucking-
thicker.
you ain't get-
Grease
you
lightning.
ain't get that.
And that's another thing. You know that in order to milk cows, you actually have to buy them dinner and a bouquet of flowers.
Really?
Yeah, but no, I'm getting silly.
Let's talk about the fucking next topic.
All right,
Fucking
you want to talk about what do you want? You want to hop around, or you
yeah, I
just
just want to go to number 8.
They're not. Oh, the one is number rainforest. I guess that's fitting, considering we were discussing veganism. All right, what about rainforest? You're the one who want to talk about this.
People have been bitching about the Amazon being on fire.
It's a fucking shame.
No, it's not.
Where's,
I mean,
where's
it's
Smokey
a shame
when
that
you
it's
need
on
him?
fire. It's fine. I get that you don't want the forest to burn down, but you realize it's called a fucking rainforest. Like, that fire is going to go out. Like, you don't need to fucking invest millions and millions of dollars in having people go water it. It's a rainforest. It's going to rain. Like, do you realize that it has been growing for
Actually,
centuries?
You know what? I don't know if a downpour would put the fire out if it got too out of control, because I mean we've made a big fire. You think a fucking rainfall would have put that fucker out?
Depends how much rain it was. It's a rainforest. It's like literally known for having excessive amounts of rain, like more rain than's necessary, which is
And
why it's so
I
overgrown.
understand the mentality, but like honestly, it's a combination of how much water, you know,
And
the
they're-
fire can get hot enough to where it's just evaporating the water on impact, and at that point, it's just gonna keep burning.
I don't know that it would get that hot. Wood only burns at whatever temperature wood burns at, and water can put that out.
Well, there are multiple factors, like altitude and such.
Yeah, and the air is going to get thinner higher up,
Mhm.
and so it's going to be less oxygen dense. And the more wood that burns, the less oxygen there is in the air, so it's going to be easier to put out the fire.
But no, actually, oxygen puts fires out. So the higher altitude,
Oxygen does not put fires
and the
out. Lack of
rainforest.
oxygen puts fires out.
No, oxygen does.
No, there's 3 things you need
That's
for a fire.
what?
That's a fuel,
Yeah.
Oxygen.
You don't
and
need
heat.
oxygen.
Yeah, it's part of the components.
You need a food.
No, it's fuel, oxygen. Oxygen is the food, man.
Oxygen has nothing to do with fires burning.
It has everything to do with fires burning.
No, it's fucking carbon.
No, it's fire. It creates
Fire feeds off the carbon.
Are you guys hearing this?
And it,
Somebody please call
that's
in and,
why
and
it-
tell him he's a fucking
that's why
moron.
it emits carbon
The phone
dioxide.
number's on the screen. Call this guy and tell him he's a fucking idiot.
It eats the carbon, emits carbon dioxide, and that's it.
That's not how that works at all.
It's exactly how it works.
No, it's taken in two parts of the. Okay, the carbon is the fire because fire is made of carbon. Okay,
Yeah.
and it or the heat, not the fire. The heat is made of carbon always.
Yeah.
And the oxygen, it takes twice as much oxygen as it does carbon, which is why it emits CO2 because it's 2 parts oxygen and 1 part carbon.
It burns,
It's carbon
No,
dioxide.
it literally burns off the oxygen because it hinders the fire. So it burns it off and it only keeps the carbon.
No, it keeps CO2, carbon dioxide. It's more oxygen than carbon.
There's no oxygen in it.
There's 2 parts oxygen. That's
Well,
what
that's
happens.
the part
I'm
like,
telling you, the rainforest will put itself out because it's a fucking rainforest. There we go.
got a phone call. Thank you for calling Rocky El Paso. I'm the host of it. I have in a bit.
Okay, so I'm watching, and you were talking about the heat and fuel thing, and Rocky was right. You need oxygen.
We
to
never
start the
talked
fire.
about that. You must be watching an old show.
No, we did talk about that. Don't listen to him. I am right.
No, you're not. How you figure?
Oh, what's your fake name again?
I have a real name. It's Brandon.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Mark.
Brian. Mark. Yeah, we'll call him Mark. I like Mark.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
So, Mark, what do you think about the rainforest? Do you think that it'll put itself out?
No.
No, but
Because it's too high elevation. You know the rainforest is 20,000 miles over the sea level.
no, it's not. Is it? Is it, Mark?
No.
Okay, so the rain will
What
put
are
it
you
out.
talking
That's what I was getting at.
The rain won't put it out. Though.
Why won't it?
It is wood, and it is on fire. It is burning at an extremely high rate.
But like, it's a rainforest
Well,
though,
it's 20,000 miles above sea level.
and it's surrounded by rain. So why wouldn't it put it out, Mark?
Your mindset is amazing.
Well, I just want to know why you think it wouldn't put it out. If
doesn't
it's a
work like that,
rainforest and there's
brother.
excessive amounts of rain, which is water.
It doesn't rain all the time.
Well, and not to mention that not to mention that the fire will create a high pressure zone. It will force the rain up.
What?
The hot air will cause a high pressure area.
You tell me it's gonna make the rain float?
It'll make it go up. It's like a force field of air
I
current.
don't know if that's how it works. We got a scientist on the phone. Mark, is that how it works?
I think you should do it the adult way and rock, paper, scissors for it.
You're a scientist, right?
Yes.
All right. Where'd you get your degree?
I believe he said Oxford.
Yeah, Oxford.
Okay. Well, you said rock paper scissors.
Is
Yeah, rock,
that how
paper,
they
scissors
do
for
in
it.
the
All right.
science
Let's rock
community?
paper scissors on the screen. Best 2 out of 3. We're gonna do a single.
How we gonna get it on the screen?
Like this right here.
How about behind the back, no looking, head forward, then we pull it up. So behind your back,
Oh,
so I can't see.
You know my
All
hands.
right, on 3. Or Mark, would you like to do the count?
Yes, I would.
Okay, so on 3 we'll pull them out, or do you want to do on? What do you want to do? You
On 3.
okay?
All right. Y'all ready?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
sir.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Oh damn it! I lost.
All right, look
I
at
had
that.
the scissors.
What were we playing
Son of a
for?
bitch.
Whether or not the rainforest would be put out, and I was arguing that it wouldn't because of the high pressure zone.
That means the rainforest is gonna burn to the ground. We're all gonna die.
No,
Yeah,
we
we're all
actually
dead.
won't. We won't die because they you know, the poppy fields in Afghanistan, they actually produce 10 times more oxygen than any adult tree.
Really?
Yes, sir.
I did
All
not
right,
know.
fellas. Well, y'all have a good time.
Yeah,
Sorry,
thanks,
Rocky,
thanks
you
for
lost.
calling us, Mark. You have a great
yeah,
night, man.
thank you.
Appreciate your time.
You have a
Alright.
good night, man. All right, that was Mark on the phone. He's a noted scientist, world famous.
Nope, from Oxford. He
But
was born there.
But yeah, the poppy trees, they actually they produce 10 times more oxygen than any adult
And
tree.
heroin.
Well, that's what I was getting at. The heroin epidemic is actually, that's the reason everyone's pissed about it. They're killing all the poppy plants.
Mm.
And your fucking bagels, them bagels you eat every morning? My bad, that's your bed show.
Yeah, it is. It's okay. I went to a chiropractor, though.
Those bagels you eat every morning with them poppy seeds on it,
Yeah?
you're killing us all, man. You should be planting them, not eating them.
Yeah. Well, either way, so, we've decided I was right about fire. Fuel, oxygen, heat. We got two people that said that.
We
now.
never played paper rock scissors for that.
We don't need to. I got a second. I got a second opinion on it.
We have now set a standard for how we will
Well,
settle
we ain't got
disputes
a
tonight.
ref to call it anymore. You're both right. Heavy enough rain has to fall in a short amount of time for the rain to put it out.
See, I know I was
Well,
right.
yeah, it's not possible. So, Miss Lady on Facebook, it's not possible. It's not possible for rain to fall, apparently, because we played paper rock scissors and Toby won.
No, it will not be possible if there's a big enough fire source because it will create an updraft.
Yeah,
An
it'll
updraft.
start carrying the water back to the
Surely
sky.
you've heard of a high pressure zone.
Or recycled water, even. They have that. Reverse osmosis is what they call it.
No, that's different.
Is it?
Reverse osmosis is it's a reaction that single cell organisms have.
Okay. All right. So,
You see, a lot of people don't know, but single cell organisms actually have mating rituals just like everything else.
really,
It's called osmosis. But reverse osmosis is when
where they fuck themselves.
basically, yeah. I mean, to put it in vulgar terms, it's equivalent to masturbation.
Yeah, I gotta take care of some reverse osmosis after the show.
You're so funny.
I think that's something I'm gonna do.
Yeah, man, come on.
Actually,
We got the explicit content.
since
warning.
we're
That don't
talking
mean you
about
get all crazy.
masturbation, you want to go ahead and let people know what's going on? Number
Wait.
13?
What the hell's going on?
Number 13?
Oh, yeah, fellas, it's that time of year again, baby.
Tell them what time of year it is.
It's cupping season. Cupping season is something Rocky El Paso started last
I
year.
did not start it. That was
It
all
was
you.
your idea, though.
All right, whatever.
So,
I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you.
you want paper rock scissors for it?
Yeah, it was paper rock. We don't have a. We need a ref. We don't have a ref. We get a ref with paper rock scissors for it. As
Yeah.
for now, it's your idea.
No, it ain't, man.
All right, we'll share that as our idea.
All right. So cupping season's an ideal Rocky came up with last year. And he was too embarrassed to admit it, so I kind of started posting on social media. It actually caught fire, much like the rainforest. But oh shit. Anyway, cupping season, what it is it's the answer to cuffing season, where these low down, dirty trickery bitches doing their trickery and whatnot. They end up getting single fellas involved in a relationship for the holiday season because these low down, snaky women, all they care about is looking good to the family and whatnot.
Low down, selfish bitches.
And so the ideal is instead of a guy has his urges, we can all agree that.
There's one thing we need a woman for,
What's that?
and it turns out we don't really need her for because now we got cupping season.
So the ideal is cupping season. Instead of through Halloween all the way until Valentine's Day, getting hitched with a girl is just going to kick you into the curb because she finds a guy with a nice summer body and, you're looking at that being in your face. Just go ahead and cup it away. All right?
Cup
If she
your
ain't trying to
hand.
date you in the summertime, that means you're her second choice.
Tell them where to cup their hand.
Oh yeah, cupping. So it's a euphemism for masturbating. I don't know why it's awkward
Cup
to
your
talk
hand
about.
around the dick.
All right, right.
And jerk away, baby. 'Tis the season.
And it runs from October, 10 days before Halloween to the day after Valentine's Day. That way you can go get discount chocolates.
Yep.
And I will say that I had a lot of guys write me and say Rocky's idea was great. Normally people get depressed around this time of year. That's because they ain't cupping.
That's true. Yeah, if you're not cupping, then, well, it sucks. And not in a
Right.
good way.
So now that that's out of the way, you want to talk about what do you want to talk about?
Oh, we could talk
We
about...
skipped the disposable lighters.
Yeah, you could actually... That's all you right there, buddy.
I actually seen a recent documentary on the Industrial Revolution, and shortly after the Industrial Revolution, disposable lighters had hit the market, and they are accredited to completely revolutionizing the crack smoking world. Because before then, folks was having to use candles and whatnot. It's hard to light a crack pipe with a candle.
Very hard.
And also that wax builds up and your pipe catches on fire. People were getting hurt. All right. So
Wasn't good.
So the government actually stepped in and invented the disposable lighter because you don't want folks getting hurt. Plain and simple. And that's all. That's pretty much what the whole documentary was about. There was a professor from Oxford. I wonder if Mark knows him. Yeah, I'm not going to say his real name. We'll just call him Ben. But he was talking about how his grandfather was alive during that time, and he actually had to have triple bypass surgery because one of his crack pipes caught on fire, and it ended up scaring the hell out of him, and he got hit by a train or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. And then his great grandfather and his great grandmother got into a big old fight.
He was mad because he kept taking all our candles.
Yeah, and he ended up kicking her in the chest or something like that.
It was. It was wild, man. Why did he kick her in the chest?
I showed you that part. They actually had one of those reenactments.
The reenactment
kind of
was
like
hilarious.
a Civil War documentary where they reenact what happened.
It was like the shittiest.
Oh, that's what it was. It kicked her while he was on the train and he fell off.
It was the shittiest looking fucking fake kick ever.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. It looked like this documentary was made in the 50s, but it was literally made like 2 years ago.
They must have ran out of budget.
Yeah, because it was towards the end, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, fuck. But yeah, basically what he's saying is that the disposable lighter, if it wasn't for that, the crack smokers in general, they just wouldn't be as abundant. They helped out a lot.
And if you don't mind, I would like to say to the viewers real quick, because we completely forgot to mention this, we are accepting topics. We figure we're doing a special show. Now's your chance for the viewers to get to know us better. If you would like to suggest something, or if you get a question on a topic you're interested in our opinions on, just write a comment. It's that simple. We are not requiring you to call in like we normally would. Just write a comment, and Rocky, he's on the helm on this.
I'm pretty much Johnny on the spot with the comments tonight. I wasn't at first because I didn't realize they were popping up. But then we got our system working a little better, and now I can keep up with everything.
I don't know if they're going to be popping up on the system.
They have been.
Have they?
Yeah, every single one of them. And plus I got the secondary one going too.
Why is that last one there? Didn't that happen way earlier?
No, it just now happened.
Oh.
Yeah, he came back.
Just to say that again.
Asshole. You know who we're talking to. But anyways, yeah, so if you guys have any topics, you can comment on it. And
Tonight's the night, because we're going to ignore the shit out of you any other night.
Well, he will. I usually pay some kind of attention, but I'll... What's your thoughts on Trump? I think Trump is, ain't he the president or something?
I think,
he like got elected or some shit.
He's the CEO of something. What is it, Valvoline?
Or no, he's like the dude that's like 6'4" and like does the basketball shit, right?
No, you're thinking of,
Because he's like, you just got trumped on every time he dunks.
No.
He didn't do that? Who is this Trump?
It's the CEO of Valvoline.
Alexander Trump.
He's the CEO of Valvoline.
Oh, no, he said he's married to Taylor Swift. No, Taylor Swift's not married yet, is she? No, she's not. No, I'm
she
always...
got married in secret.
No, she didn't. I'm up to date on my Taylor Swift facts, man. She did actually write a song called Lover.
How the hell are you going to know if it was in secret?
Because nothing's a secret to Rocky.
Oh, this one is.
No.
I was at the wedding.
What?
Yeah, they invited me.
And what Taylor say when you got there? Did she say what's up?
She was high as hell, man. She didn't say much. She was.
Is she starting that shit that
strung
Rocky
out.
from the Future was talking about?
Yep. It's all coming to pass.
Dude. That explains it. She's having a what she calls a lover fest. Holy shit! I didn't realize how disgusting that sounds.
I was gonna say, that's where the train, that train I was telling you about.
God, the Loverfest. She's having a Loverfest East and a Loverfest West.
Man, I cannot get comfortable.
I've been having trouble getting comfortable tonight too. I think it's because
I don't sit all up. But and I can't lean back because the fucking positioning. You'd figure as the host, I would get the big squishy chair.
Whose fault is that? We Indian leg wrestle for everything here.
All right.
And that's how you got host.
Oh, we didn't Indian leg wrestle to see who was right.
No, we paper, rock, scissors now. My shoulder's
All
bad. I can't Indian leg wrestle. It's good.
We got all these list topics. We barely touched on them. Parking on the streets, honestly, it's a pain in the ass. I can understand why people would have to do it, but it seemed like I did it for a while there at where we live, and now all of a sudden it's become like a plague.
Okay, so just like note to you guys, I fucking hate when people park on the street. And it's not so bad if like one guy parks on the street. Like it's not that big of a deal. I don't give a fuck.
The issue's
But
when
like
they start bottlenecking
when the guy
road.
across the street also parks on the street and you park on the street, whoever parks second's a fucking jackass.
I agree.
Like you literally you park a car on the street, you reduce the car or the road to one lane.
Your carbon footprint.
And then when you put another car in the street, you reduce it to a half a fucking lane, and you gotta drive in the middle of the fucking road, and that's stupid. Like, there should never be a traffic buildup in a neighborhood. It doesn't make any damn sense. But, sure enough, people in my neighborhood love to fucking park on the street, especially on my street. But my car's parked on the street right now.
Well, that's because we've been having
I'm just teaching them a lesson.
we've also been having work done on our driveway.
Yeah, we've been having a lot of landscaping done.
Yeah.
The guy weed eated half of it yesterday, says he's gonna come back tomorrow and finish the other half.
Mm-hmm. So.
It's almost like 50 feet of driveway that he did today.
He did a good job. I was impressed.
It didn't take him long at all.
That
But I know he was
20
wore out
minutes.
because he did half of it.
Yeah, it was hot. It was hot.
Yeah, I mean, like, he looked
Well,
exhausted.
I told him to go home.
I gave him another disposable lighter. He said he's been using the hell out of them.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Yeah.
goes through them things.
I don't know what he's doing to go through them like that.
You want to talk about Mad TV versus Saturday Night Live?
Oh, who fucking remembers Mad TV? Because this shit was awesome.
Honestly, I always watched it every Saturday, and I like the few times I caught Saturday Night Live, it was very underwhelming. And like, think about it, all the good skits. Like, if you watch like a best of, it's like from the like 90s and earlier.
What's crazy is I remember like so growing up, my mom always had cable television. It's funny, she would pay the cable before she paid the light bill, then our power would get shut off. It didn't make any fucking sense. But we'd watch Mad TV all the time, and so growing up, that was what I had. Like there was like Will Sasso, and that was the main person I remember.
Loose asshole.
And the what was her name? You would look like a man. You know
I
what I'm
don't
talking
know her name. I know who you're talking about. Swan.
and then there's Stewart. Yeah, Miss Swan, and then Stewart, and like they were all funny as shit.
What about Frank Caliendo? He did the Madden impression.
Oh yeah. So got all these guys and ladies, and they're funny as shit. So I'm thinking this is a good show. Well, then when I get older, I'm in high school. People were talking about Saturday Night Live and how it's like a skit show. I'm like, yeah, it sounds like Mad TV, and they're like, what's Mad TV? I'm like, what? And then apparently SNL was around before Mad TV and after. And it doesn't make any fucking sense because like Mad TV was so much fucking funnier.
That's the way the world turns.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, does anybody like remember Mad TV? Like, other than me and you, I've never heard anybody talk about it.
I loved it.
I've seen a couple of memes of Stewart, but like that's really it. And like, I think people think he's from Saturday Night Live, but he's not.
Hey, wait. How much time we got left in the show? 2 hours?
Yeah, I think so.
God, man, it's going by so slow.
Dude, we already went through an hour. We did our normal show already. We just got to do it 2 more times.
It just feels like it slowed down drastically.
It did, and it's fine.
I'm hungry, though. Next break, I'm grabbing a sandwich if you're cool with that.
I'm cool with that, yeah. I grabbed a sandwich on the last one, dude. I fucking loaded it up with peanut butter and jelly. That shit was so good.
I thought we agreed you would not be eating fucking jelly again while we're doing the show.
No, you agreed to that.
Dude.
I never agreed to that. Also,
I
the
swear to
Loverfest thing, guys, I just want to let you guys know.
Oh, we didn't even do
No,
the Taylor Swift fact of
that
the week.
that was the fact of the week.
You did not follow
We
protocol.
did not play the music because it's a 3-hour special, so shit's going to happen a little differently sometimes.
Oh, man.
No.
We need the music to
We
eat
had a
the
pattern.
time.
We had a pattern. We traded the pattern for a different thing that's not the pattern, which is the 3-hour special. That's what we're doing. What we do everything different today because
You want to talk about the bottle fly trap?
Toby was very creative with his bottle fly trap.
Well, technically, I got the idea from someone else. But yeah, bottle fly trap. You cut the top off of a 20-ounce bottle or 2 liter, flip it upside down, and then you put a little bit of beer and some kind of meat in there, and you'll catch the shit out of flies. I guarantee you. No, the little 20-ounce bottle we got outside, it has like 50 flies in it, maybe more. There's like a layer of dead flies.
It's fucking disgusting.
Hey, either way, it got the job done. It's only been out there for a day, like just over 24 hours.
Has it even been a full 24 hours?
I believe so, because it wasn't dark when I put it out there.
Either way, it looked fucking disgusting, like I said. But dude, it caught like so many fucking flies.
It works like a charm.
Like it's filled to capacity, and other flies are still in there trying to fucking find their way out. It's absurd. Like, what did you put in it? Beer and meat?
Yeah, some lunch meat, some good lunch meat. You want to talk about the best lunch meats?
Actually, yeah, we can talk about the best lunch meats.
Me personally, I like oven roasted turkey.
There's I think it's Kroger has it. They have a mesquite turkey they have that's like it's like a premium. You have to go to the deli and ask for it.
Really?
Yeah, and it's really fucking good. Like I used to get it once at the car lot when I worked at the car lot. My older buddy there that he's a thief. He's not really a thief. He might be. He's a crook. I don't know. Anyways,
he's a crooked thief.
Yeah, he introduced me to it, man. We get it and fucking we'd split it and buy a loaf of bread and a bag of turkey, and we'd fucking eat that shit for like 2 days. It's so good.
But see, that begs the question: what is the perfect sandwich?
Perfect sandwich? Well,
what's an ideal sandwich?
Ideal?
Something you look forward to.
Peanut butter and jelly.
You
toast the perfect way to eat a PB&J, and I can't do it anymore because I have.
But surely, just like that ain't something you just like. Just say you want to treat yourself to a sandwich.
Got peanut butter and jelly.
What the hell?
I love it, man. I love every fucking bit of it. Like, oh man. Like, here's how, but it's gotta be made a certain way. And the perfect peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I learned this from an ex-girlfriend, and I hate the fact that I learned from an ex-girlfriend because I don't like the fact that I have to cling on to something that holds.
All right. We ain't got time to get into that.
Anyways,
same thing kind of
so there's a technique to it. All right, you take a glass of milk, you pour it first. Okay.
What?
Listen, you pour a glass of milk.
You're gonna be drinking warm milk.
No, listen. You pour the glass of milk first, then you put it in your freezer.
What?
So it gets extra cold. Okay, but then you toast your bread, and then load it up with crunchy peanut butter and grape jelly. Smash that shit together, and the extra cold fucking milk mixed with the hot bread is so phenomenal.
You want to know?
Like you toast the bread like crispy brown, not black, but like 2 shades before it.
You want to know my favorite way to have peanut butter and jelly?
How's that?
Toasted bread. But on the jelly side, before you put the jelly down, butter. It's fucking delicious. It gives it a savory component.
Really? That sounds good.
Honestly, I think you would like it. Like, you know me, I'm not big on peanut butter and jelly, but like I always forget about this, and when I remember, it makes me want a peanut butter and jelly.
One thing I've liked that would involve something similar is I've actually cooked a peanut butter and jelly like a grilled cheese before, but I don't like hot jelly. Yeah. Like it's good. Like honestly, the bread component and the peanut butter being hot and almost melted. Like I know it's already like a paste, but
well then why don't you fry it and then like, put the jelly on? Like tear it apart, put some jelly in there.
What I could do?
It ain't gonna stick.
Peanut butter one side.
Inside peanut butter.
Outside jelly. 7 days a week, man. I'm telling you, I could do it. Now I'm thinking like I could take both pieces of bread, butter them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, peanut butter one side of one, then butter that side, the opposite side, and then butter the other bread, and drop them both in the pan, cook them, and then pull them from the pan, add jelly to the other side, and then put them together because the jelly would still be cold fresh out the fridge. And then everything else is hot but the jelly and the milk.
It would still probably heat up.
It would heat up, but it wouldn't be like warm dude, like hot jelly is just not good. I think it would be like lukewarm, maybe room temperature. I'm cool with room temperature jelly. I'm alright with that. I don't like hot jelly.
You know, that song reminded me of a rather old joke of mine. At this point, it's pretty old.
What's
And
that?
it's about that song. So the song is inside peanut butter, outside jelly. And it's about how he's got a tan interior car with it's purple. It's a purple car with tan interior. And the joke went something along the lines of, you know, the guy was rather fortunate his car was purple and not something like red. Because I don't think inside peanut butter, outside strawberry preserves has quite the same ring to it. I'd never said it was a great joke. It's an old joke.
I was like, it made me laugh too. Because there is a part in the song where he says grape jelly and it's towards the end and it just doesn't fit. But it's like, the whole time I assume he's talking about, dude,
He had to clarify that.
you know what really is weird to me?
What's that?
So I work in a restaurant, all right, in the mornings, and we have a tub of jelly. Like, when I say a tub of jelly, I mean it's like a box, and it has the little containers of jelly. All right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
And so what's weird to me is everybody always says they like strawberry jelly better. And I don't mean like literally everybody, but like, dude, like everybody I fucking meet around here seems to think strawberry jelly is better than grape.
Actually, those Smuckers, I hate strawberry jelly, but the Smuckers ones, the sandwiches, the strawberry jelly was actually really fucking good.
Was it?
Yeah, and I hate strawberry jelly. I always have.
I hate strawberry jelly too. And like everybody's always like, I like strawberry jelly better. I like strawberry. And like I don't understand it, but if you look in the bin, all that's left is strawberry because all the grape has been ate already. And they were like equal at one point. So I'm thinking, motherfuckers are full of shit. Like nobody really likes strawberry. They just don't want to admit they like grape because it sounds childish.
Now hold on a second. It could be that the strawberry's getting used so quickly they gotta replace it at least once a day.
No, here's the thing.
Or maybe folks is stealing the grape, relabeling it as strawberry for a profit.
No, here's the thing. It's personal jelly. Like it's just
Yeah, I
for
know.
like
It's those little containers.
right, but it's not for customers. It's just for the people that work.
Oh. Well, then I don't know what to tell you.
And everybody claims they like strawberry jelly, but all the grape is always gone, and there's no. I have to like fucking hunt for grape jelly there. Mixed fruit jelly is oddly good.
I have never had it.
It is fucking good.
Wait, I think technically I have. I've had cherry preserves and grape jelly together, and that was good.
Yeah, I had.
I love cherries.
I had a mixed fruit jelly at a Waffle
Did I ever
House
tell
one
you
time.
I love cherries?
You do?
Did I ever tell you that?
No, I don't think so.
I'm telling you right now.
Oh, anyways, I had a mixed fruit jelly on accident one time. I thought it was grape. I tried it. I'm like, man, that tastes different. That's fucking good jelly. What the hell did I get? And I look at the label and it's mixed fruit. So I've tried a couple of mixed
I
fruit
don't
ones
think
since
fruits
then.
should be mixing.
Well, they can't breed, but you know, you can put grapes next to apples if you want to, and it tastes just fine. In my opinion.
Fruit salad is disgusting.
I've never had one, but it doesn't sound good.
I don't like the idea. Like, I would just like a bunch of fruits.
Yeah, salad vegetables.
Honestly, I would like. See, what I don't like about fruit salad is they add marshmallow to it. Leave the fucking marshmallow out. Don't take all that.
Right.
Why is it gotta be all liquidy and shit?
They had marshmallow to fruit salad.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had fruit salad. I don't even know what it is. Like, what does a fruit salad consist of?
As far as I know, if I had to guess, it's probably got like watermelon, cherry, or not cherry, grapes. It's probably got watermelon, grapes, pineapple, probably some pear.
Is that the one the guy fucked in the movie?
No, he fucked an apple pie.
Does the fruit salad thing feel better than apple pie?
I doubt
Have
it.
you ever fucked a fruit salad?
I haven't. I have not. I've been fucked by one, but I ain't never fucked it.
How was you fucked by it?
Someone took it and they put some fruit salad into a saran wrap, shoved it right in there.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What was the occasion? Birthday party or something?
No, we was trying to make a fruit cake.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
That's all it is. Oh, it's the holiday season.
Tis the season.
Yeah, that Christmas song. Do you even know that one?
No.
That is one thing I love doing around Christmas time, is playing Christmas music as soon as it starts playing on the radio, and just keep playing it over and over and over, like if I'm at work. Because, like, at first it's fun, But then everyone starts getting annoyed, even myself. But because I'm like just doing it to be an asshole, I just keep writing it out, and people are like, why don't you turn that shit off? Like, what the hell's wrong with you, Mr. Grinch?
Dude, and then people can't really argue with you.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
It's like,
But
man, he's right, it's Christmas season.
Here's what I also used to do. I would have a CD with Christmas music and keep playing it after Christmas.
God.
So we're talking like fucking 2-3 months of me playing Christmas music every fucking day.
Dude, fucking the girls at work, man.
Dude, by the end of it, you're so happy to not have to listen to any more Christmas music.
The fucking girls at work, like, it's literally like all year long, like any given day, they will start singing fucking Christmas songs.
Dude, I was getting so mad last year because, or maybe year before last, they were not playing the best Christmas song of all. You know what that is?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Nope.
Reindeer.
That is
Jingle
not it.
bells,
And actually, that's copyright. I wouldn't sing that.
Jingle bells. Jingle
No,
bells.
Frosty the Snowman, sang by the dude who sounds like a crackhead. Oh, Frosty the Snowman. I fucking love it. And they never, like, I don't think I heard it once. Well, I think I actually only heard it once, because I remember I'd be bitching. Like, what the fuck is this bullshit? I want to hear Frosty the fucking Snowman. Because I was sitting there Silent Night and all that. I heard Silent Night probably 200 fucking times.
Silent Night's one of the worst fucking
It's
holidays.
just so slow.
Silent Night.
I mean,
Turn the fucking station.
And then you got the fucking, like, the Christmas song by Wham. It's like such a stupid.
Dude, do you want to go fucking caroling this year?
I don't know. I don't know if I do or don't.
We're a bit old for it, but it'd be fun.
Yeah. Hell, I remember the one time we went caroling, that old lady was acting like she was trying to put out.
Ah, dude, that was weird, man.
That was very weird. She got way too into that shit.
No, dude, apparently caroling is not as common as it used to be.
If you want to get laid, fellas.
By old ladies.
Cougars.
Cougars, my man. Cougars.
If you want some cougars.
No Christmas caroling with a couple of people.
Just what you do is you pay attention to the cars in the neighborhood. If one of them randomly stops showing up at a house, that means there was probably a recent divorce or a new widow.
Yep.
That's so fucked up.
Actually, that's a fucking great idea.
That's so fucked up. Though.
It's amazing. What are you
Well,
talking
her husband's out of town around the holiday season. It's the most wonderful time of year.
Treat yourself to a Christmas gift. She'll be wrapped up. It was all good. She's ready for you.
Regifting.
That's regifting. It's fucking terrible.
That's seriously, you gotta be slimy motherfucker.
Fucking go around waiting until a car's not in the driveway no more.
Fucking keeping a log of them all. You do inventory.
Well, that car's only got one car. That driveway's only got one car.
Oh,
It used to have two.
What's this one? Have it like it's shelving. E13. Oh no! What? Oh no! They used to have Focus on it.
Where'd her old man's truck go? I ain't seen it in 4 days.
Yeah, it's time to go get my Christmas hat.
God. All right.
What if you went caroling dressed like the cliche fireman calendar?
Oh my
Fucking,
God.
You got like Christmas suspenders and no shirt on. And fucking Christmas like Santa Claus pants and all fucking tight.
Good Lord. I'm just fucking smiling at her.
Hey, I got a new place to put the Christmas hat.
Oh my God. All right, man. I'm ready to go to another break. I'm
Actually,
about to piss myself.
Yeah, it's fine. I want to make a sandwich. So, should we go to Ed 1? I feel like it's, I kind of want to go to Ed 2.
Yeah, I'm down with that too.
Do you think we should just skip Ed 1?
We already-
Because it's way too late in the show to play it.
Is it?
I feel like, fuck it, play Ed 1.
No, we still got people watching.
Play
Let's
Ed
go.
1.
All right.
Play Ed 1. All right, folks. So this ad is basically just an ad telling you what's going on tonight. Enjoy. And you are tuned in to the Rocky El Paso Live 3 hour special.
3 hours special.
And we're excited that you guys could tune in tonight. You can clearly
So
tell by the way we're
fucking
talking.
excited.
Oh, we are so excited right now. And yeah, in celebration of us having multiple platforms for the show, Rocky El Paso Live executives have opted to do a 3-hour special.
That's 1 hour for each platform.
That's 3 hours.
But we're doing it all 3 hours on all 3
The
platforms.
3-hour special. And we have an exciting show tonight. We will be talking about things such as, and whether or not,
Yeah.
we're not going to tell you that. You got to
Well,
watch
we'll
the
be there.
3-hour special. This is called Cliffhanger.
Yeah, Cliffhanger. We got a whole lot of shit to say, and you got a whole lot of shit to hear. And I just hope to God that your brains can comprehend 3 hours of madness.
3-hour special.
All right, guys.
This ad ain't quite long enough.
Yeah, it's not quite 3 hours
So
long.
how about we take a moment to talk about why we decided to do a 3-hour special, Rocky?
We're doing a 3 hour special because we
To commemorate us having a show on multiple platforms.
3 different platforms. So that's 3 different hours.
And the reason it's a special because this probably ain't gonna happen again for a long time. So
It might be 7 more days before we get to it again.
No, until Friday.
Oh, no, wait, hold on a second. I said it might be 7 more days. Holy shit, I'm reading
Every
right
Tuesday?
now.
What does it say?
It says, disk space remaining for recording is only 39 hours. Shit.
That's
We're
way
using 3
less.
of those tonight.
And there you have it, folks. So we would like to thank you for tuning in. And remember, after this ad, we will be opening the phone lines. I'm assuming this will be the first one.
Yeah.
All right. So, Rocky, we ain't done this in a while. Back off that mic and give me that countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And I'm not going to say we're back. We'll be back when you hear my voice after this. All right, folks. Hold on, I got to get out of Rocky's way. That's a great idea, Rocky. Start without you so you can get away.
I grabbed 2 beers this time.
Your mic is muted.
All right.
There we go. Sorry for that. Oh, hell, my mic was muted too. So apparently your mic was not muted. Mine was. All right, folks. Sorry about the delay. Turns out that ad was not long enough. But, the beauty about an ad like that is I always forget how douchey we are till I hear it. I was listening to it. I'm like, God. So, yeah, it's the show that's going on for 3 hours. The show no one asked for, but they got. It's the show to end all shows. We're going out of business.
Now that we're going out of business, we still got sponsors, right?
Yeah, we got a new one up.
That's true.
I'm looking forward to it.
You put chicken or turkey on that bad boy?
It's chicken.
That's like my favorite fucking bread.
I'm sorry about this, folks. I'm so hungry.
How do you like that bread, by the way?
It's just bread.
It's not just bread. It's fucking premium bread. It's good bread.
Bread is bread.
It's the best fucking bread you can get.
Well, the best bread you can get is homemade.
No, dude, that shit's bomb. I love that bread.
I'm telling you. French bread is really good. I do have an odd infatuation with French bread.
That's
know
not
why.
French. It's Sara Lee honey wheat.
I'm just saying, French bread.
Hey, man. I'm trying to check the YouTube stream. I don't know how to go about doing that.
Already, we were live earlier. We should still be live.
All right, cool. All right, I just wanted to make sure we're still streaming everything. Actually, yeah, it says we are. So we
Did you check all 3 sources?
I checked. I'm watching on Facebook at the moment.
No, I guess you can't check that, can
No, I guess not.
you? I'll check it. Come on, man. I'm trying to eat. Can you talk or something?
Oh, it says we're online on everything. Yeah, it says we're online.
I'm actually going to mute my mic. I'm being way too loud because I'm trying to hurry.
All right. Anyways, so we talked about Mad TV and SNL. Let's talk about
Tell the walkie-talkie story.
Oh, guys. All right. So I picked up a second job. I guess a third job, and I don't need it at all. I just felt like having extra money, and they gave me a debit card, and I haven't been using a debit card for like the last 6 months. 6 months I haven't had a debit card. So I have to go to the bank every week, and I was like, oh, cool, they're going to give me a debit card. So I started working this new job. And it's at a restaurant. I basically am a busboy. I just clean tables. That's it. I water some plants and stuff for them in the mornings and clean up the outside area, but pretty much I'm a busboy. And I've been there for about a month now. And I've never been told that I needed to use a walkie-talkie. And I usually am very ahead on everything I'm doing. Well, last week, one of my managers, they tell me, hey, Richard, or Rocky, grab a walkie-talkie. And I was like, well, I don't really need one. I'm fine. And they're like, no, just in case we want to get in touch with you and ask you to do stuff, we can get a hold of you. And I'm like, well, I don't really need one. I get everything done already. And they're like, oh, well, if you need us, you can get a hold of us too, and we can get a hold of you. I said, all right, ma'am. Because it was a lady. I'm not going to say her name. I said, I'll take the walkie-talkie. And I was like, so if I need anything or need to let you know something, I can just let you know in here? And she says, yeah. So me, being the jackass that I am, decided I'm going to tell them every little thing I'm doing. So I start cleaning off tables, and every time I clean a table, I'm like, yeah, guys, I'm down here in the aisle. I got a table dirty. I'm going to go ahead and clean it. Don't worry, Rocky's on it. And then I go, and I'm like literally standing right in front of my manager, and I'm sweeping. So I pull my walkie-talkie out, and I let everybody know, like, hey, guys, there's a couple of papers from straws on the floor. I'm going to go ahead and sweep those up. And they have like 10 walkie-talkies, and you can hear it throughout the whole damn dining room every time I'm doing this shit. So one of the other guys, one of the other male managers, he pages me to come to the kitchen. So I come back there, and he starts getting on me. He's just like telling me that, you don't need to be messaging on the phone or the walkie-talkies. He's like, you're the only busboy, right? And I'm like, yeah, it's just me today. And he's like, and you got a walkie-talkie? And I'm like, yeah. And he said, well, we'll message you or we'll page you if we need you. Other than that, there don't need to be any talking on it, and we'll leave it at that. And I was like, well, why'd you give me the damn thing if I can't use it? And he's like, I told you, if we need you, we'll page you, and we'll just leave it at that. And so at that point, I'm like, this guy's just being an asswipe. So I pulled the walkie-talkie out of my pocket and paged everybody and was like, we'll just call him Teddy. I was like, I pulled the walkie-talkie out of my pocket, and I was like, hey guys, I just want to let y'all know that Teddy's being a jerk right now. I did it like right in front of the whole fucking staff. This shit was hilarious. It's a lot less funny talking about it on a podcast because I got nobody to tell it to.
I know it ain't.
This shit was funny.
It is not any less funny, trust me.
Oh, fuck you. It was funny as shit, man. You should have seen the look on his face, man. It was just perfect. And then go ahead and tell him your walkie-talkie story, Dope.
Hold on. I need a drink.
Here, I got beer. Oh.
You know I'm off that shit.
He's off the sauce, baby.
For another couple days. Oh, man.
Toby has actually been a little bit of a radio celebrity for quite some time.
Yeah, I've been doing it for some time now. I actually got my start when I was 12 years old.
Use your radio voice.
Me and my cousin.
Use your radio voice. Your radio voice.
Sorry. Yeah, me and my cousin, we had a set of those two-way walkie-talkies. And Rocky's walkie-talkie story actually reminded me of this. We actually, for about a month, had a little... he had a crap ton of CDs because he really liked buying CDs. And we would actually have a little radio show we would do on one of the channels. And that's about it. I mean, for like a month, if you lived in my neighborhood, you could tune into one of the channels and hear little 12-year-olds doing a radio program.
They were playing fucking songs.
We were like saying what the songs' names were and everything. It was oddly fun. The whole time the radio would just be playing. I had a walkie-talkie next to it, and we'd be like playing video games or some shit. And then, oh, that song's about to be up. Or we would like set like a few to play.
He's been an artist for a very, very long time.
I've been a professional.
He really has been.
And that's why the quality of this show is so fantastic.
Fantastic quality. The best quality you'll ever see. It's a presidential quality. It's so good. So anyways, outside of that,
By the way, what we agreed to do went out the window quick.
what we agreed to do?
The whole viewer participation thing.
What do we agree to do?
You know what we agreed to, huh?
Oh yeah, I guess that's kind of true. Well, we didn't really ignore it.
Either way. So...
Anyways, I was wanting to mention the method of cooking here. All right, so
Cooking?
yeah, we're grilling.
Oh, okay.
Some people are they say charcoal, and some people say propane.
I like charcoal. I like the flavor of it.
I think the reason I don't like charcoal is
I really like the flavor.
everything tastes the same when you use charcoal.
I really like...
Literally every fucking thing you cook is going
Not
to taste
everything.
like
no,
charcoal.
No, that's if you burn it. It's going to taste like charcoal. But I really like the flavor. You understand?
If
It's
you would like
delicious.
to sing Gillian's Island, I don't know what that is, you are more than welcome to call in to the phone number that's on your screen, 502-551-0243, and you can sing your song
Actually...
on the show. We have no problem with that. It's completely okay.
I realized there's a reason we made the title that, and it actually was a reference to what that viewer just asked.
Yeah, you can call and do whatever you want to do. But what were we saying a couple of
But
seconds
you
ago?
cannot actually play the...
Oh, you can't play the song. You can sing it.
Because we could get taken down for copyright.
Yeah, as long as it's not copyright. If it's a cover, it's okay.
That's how it
It's like
goes.
copyright bullshit. Motherfuckers want property and
Each
own
other,
that shit.
But no one wants to fucking... Everybody wants to get all upset about stuff.
Fucking charcoal. Everything tastes the
You know,
fucking
just
same.
'cause it's copyrighted.
I cuss a lot.
Yeah.
Everything tastes the same.
You're the reason we got the warning.
Basically. That's Rocky El Paso Live, baby. No, but charcoal grills, everything tastes the same. Propane grills, they don't cook things fast enough. So I think that we need to use real gas. If you're going to have a gas
Real
grill,
gas.
it needs to be real gas.
What do you mean?
Fill that bad boy up with gasoline,
What?
put it in the tank. Light that bad boy up. Internal combustion grill. Know what I'm talking about?
That is ridiculous.
I love the smell of gas, too, and it
Yeah,
smells
would
good.
have all your food stinking like gasoline.
Smelling like gas. I love the smell of
Stinking.
gasoline. It's smelling
Don't
good.
no one like the smell of gasoline.
Dude, but it
You're a
ain't.
fucking
But it ain't.
liar.
It ain't gonna taste like charcoal.
You're a liar.
No, I love it,
Nope.
and it gets me high, baby.
You're a liar.
I'm not going. Actually, guys, don't go smell gasoline. That was not a recommendation.
Although we'll get you.
I'm pretty sure it will get you high, but that means you shouldn't do it.
And it's basically it's when something like that gets you high, that means something's going wrong.
Yeah, don't go smelling gasoline. I mean, if you do it, I didn't
Just
advise
be
you to do it.
safe. All right, just be safe about it.
I use gasoline in my grill. I just feel like that's a good method. You have to add a lot of gas though, because shit burns quick. It's ridiculous. Like the cars, I don't know how they do it, man. That shit lasts like a whole
Actually,
tank. Lasts for a while.
a little experiment I'd be curious to try. Supposedly it's the vapors off of gasoline that actually ignite. So I'm curious if you put gasoline in like a torch type thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then you turned it on, if it would explode or if it would just act like a torch.
How are we gonna test that?
Not safely.
We're not gonna say that on
yeah,
the
not
air.
safely.
I think we'll figure out how we'll test that.
It's a very risky endeavor I'm
It
proposing.
sounds fucking fun though.
It does.
Hey, actually, we could build like a little safety net.
hey,
I'm not saying what we're gonna do. I'm just saying
Don't
we
mention
could
none of the details.
we could have built-in safeties. And look, one of our viewers has gasoline. They're willing to share. I
I don't
assume.
think that's what they meant.
Do you mean your? Oh,
We're
wait.
thinking
Yeah,
intestinal.
actually, yeah.
Bowel.
Yeah. Are you talking like you got shit going on in your stomach, or are you talking about you want to donate to the cause? Who knows?
I would love it. We actually have a page you can donate to the Rocky El Paso live show. Technically, the donations go directly to me, but I use most of the money off of it for personal things, and then a portion I'll put aside for the show. So we'll have to on our social media accounts get that link out there.
What is it? The Donate Toby thing?
Yeah, but I can't remember the link off the top of my head.
They meant farts. You were right. Damn it. I thought they were going to help us out. Thought they were going to be cool, be a friend, but apparently they're just a viewer.
You know, that is one thing I got from my father. I love a good crop dusting, you know?
Is that right?
Yeah. When you're in bed with a woman.
God. What the fuck? Oh.
I'm talking romantically.
They said they're broke. I'm sorry that you are a broke viewer. I would love to donate money to you, but apparently I'm broke too, so I have 2 jobs now. Oh, wait, does that mean I'm rich?
I think we need to talk about, I think we should talk about.
Sex,
The-
therapy.
No,
Talk about
no.
you and me.
Let's talk about hedges. Have we talked about hedges yet?
No, we ain't talking about hedges. What about
All right, so hedges, let's be honest. Hedges is a poor man's fence.
How you figure?
Because instead of going out and building a fence, this lazy asshole just fucking plants some hedges. And he's like, in about 3 years, baby, we're going to have this a nice old fence.
Hey, man, use your radio voice.
Oh.
He keeps reverting back to his normal fucking talking voice. We've been doing the show too long.
That is not my normal talking voice, for one. This is my normal talking voice.
Oh, that's right.
No, I got a bit of a cold, a bit of a head cold. Although, head cold, what other kind of colds are there?
I don't know. Like, people say head cold. Like, what the fuck is a head cold? Like, I don't know what that means. I've heard.
me.
It's always old people that say it. Well, it's fucking old people. I fucking hate old people.
Family Feud,
I'm gonna start going on a rant if we start talking about old
Richard
people.
Dawson.
Richard Dawson.
If the viewers don't know who Richard Dawson is, he was the host of Family Feud, I believe, when it first came out. He was the
I
first
think
host.
he was the first host, yeah.
And he would kiss all the female contestants on the lips, as like when he would introduce them. Like, you know
fucking
how
wild.
they go down the line, like, and who are you? Like, he would give them a fucking kiss on the mouth with their husband standing right fucking there, the husband or father or whoever the kid is. Or
Nobody
not
ever
kid.
cared. They went
Yeah.
on the show knowing he was gonna do this.
Yeah. And
Did he ever get shot down?
I don't think he did. It was kind of expected. It's like going to Bill Cosby's hotel, you know?
It's like, you know what's happening next.
Technically now. Not at the time.
Well,
though.
yeah, like, you know, Bill Cosby's gonna try to give you some pudding.
At this,
or take
at
yours.
this point, no one's going to Cosby's hotel. They're going to a
Except for-
cell.
His cellmate might be.
Oh, God.
He's fucking checking
You know,
in.
perhaps we should not have talked about that. I feel nasty now saying all that shit. Look, 3 hours. Of course, we were going to cross some social lines here.
That beer can is loud. Can you hear it in your headphones?
Yes, of course. The support
Oh, it's
is
vibrating all the way
yeah.
up. Okay, that's what's going on.
See? Oh, man, quit.
All right, sorry.
You're ruining my audio quality.
Sorry, it's just like. it sounds
Remember, I've
kinda
been
cool.
doing this since I was a kid. I know.
A child. He was a mere.
I
He
was
was
a
but a
mere
young
toddler.
boy. He was a young boy.
Actually,
My stomach kind of hurts.
I wasn't quite a young boy at that point.
No. You know what that means? He's beating his meat.
God. I can't talk about that.
Anyways, he would kiss all the fucking women on the cheek. Or
No, on the
on
lips.
on the lips, not the cheek. He would kiss them on the fucking lips.
And think about it, it got me thinking, that there's a reason Steve Harvey doesn't do it. And that's because he's got a mustache, and women don't like kissing guys with mustaches.
They don't. I know I used to have a mustache.
Plus, Steve Harvey's wife would probably beat the shit out of him if he tried that.
Actually, a good point. Also, them fucking chompers, these guys get some big ass teeth.
What do you mean?
He probably have fucking taking one of their lips off when he kisses them. She goes in normal, comes out with a cleft.
I don't know how you fucking kiss women, Rocky, but I don't think that's proper form.
Actually, I don't know, man. Like, he's got some big teeth. I feel like they just be in the way. I don't have a lot of teeth, so I don't worry about things like that. It's just not a problem I have,
Ooh, I tell you, man. It's gonna be a long hour.
You think so?
Yep.
Why is that?
Oh, man, the show just is not going the way I would have wanted it to.
Well, what do you want to do? We got a 3-hour special going. We're about an hour and 48 minutes into it, I think.
It's very exhausting talking to you for longer than 10 minutes.
We're an hour and 40 minutes.
That's the trouble.
We're almost 2 hours deep.
It's just too exhausting to talk to you for more than 10 minutes.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
How you figure?
You
Honestly, I should have bought a bottle of fucking whiskey.
should have. Honestly, that's probably what it is. We were boozing it up. We could do a 10-hour show.
Yeah, the beer's not doing it for me, man. I need to start chugging. I need to get my cup out.
Heck, you mind if I grab one?
I don't care.
All right, you man the wheel. Oh. All right, folks. This is how you keep the show going. I refuse to do this on camera though. It just is not. It's not proper. All right. There could be children watching. They shouldn't be. This is 18 plus. We should probably actually start saying that. We need some strippers, man. Imagine we had some stripping women in the background. Oh no, that would be no good because then I'd be doing the show like this.
Actually, we just turned the mics around, dude.
Oh, but then they're not in camera. We're gonna have our head.
Dude.
What?
I imagine it's not terribly expensive to get a stripper.
Probably not.
We should do it 1 week.
Well, you're probably looking at dropping like $200.
That's fine.
And technically, we would not
Now
be.
imagine the viewers would maintain.
Honestly, if we could pull, it would be rather tasteful too if we had like a white curtain up where all you seen was a silhouette. That'd be classy as fuck.
Or if we just told her she can't take off anything beyond her bra and panties, she just had to sit in the background and dance.
I still like the idea of a silhouette. It's
I
enticing.
do like the idea of a silhouette.
It's classy. Honestly, I wish all strip clubs had silhouettes, preferably white, so they always look clean.
Like just, like a plain white sheet with a, oh, dude.
Yeah, think about it, though. If they weren't white, they'd become polka dotted.
I got a little bit of a problem.
What?
I've either got a fart.
Uh-oh.
Or hey, you can guess option number 2.
All right, show getting risque.
But we're gonna hold it.
It's getting risky.
We're
Anyway,
gonna.
I'm gonna step out of frame.
I'm gonna go for the struggle for a moment. Are you farting right now?
No, I'm gonna try to down a chunk of this beer to try to get me all happy-go-lucky and that bullshit.
You know why I grabbed 2? I grabbed 2 because I knew I was gonna go for that first one really quickly.
Yeah, then you gave me yours.
And you know what I did right after I did that?
What's that?
Finish mine. I'm gonna go grab another one, man, once you're done. I'm fucking, literally, as soon as I fucking handed you the beer, mine's gone. How does that even happen?
Let me go get your beer.
Alright.
Logistically, it makes the most sense for me.
Yeah, and just grab 2.
For you?
Yeah. I can grab one for you, too, if you want.
I might.
Because one's not gonna cut it for you.
I'm not trying to get super drunk here. I just,
Alright, but a buzz is
you
nice.
know, drinking a beer, I learned this.
Oh, we got a call coming in.
All right, hold on. Thank you for calling right here, Peso Live.
Well, thank you for thanking me. I appreciate that.
Is this old Kevin?
It's KO and Kevin on the line.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. Talk to Rocky for a second. I gotta run to the fridge. Rocky wants another beer.
That's right.
Grab me one, too.
Hey, he's grabbing me too. I'll let you have one of mine. Hey, buddy, what
good
happened to you on Friday last week?
I wasn't able, or the guy wasn't able to do the tattoo there at all, period, is what I mean. So that means we have no ride.
Oh. I was wondering, I figured you'd hit me up. Never heard nothing.
Yeah. Maybe I should have told you it wasn't happening. I just figured you would have assumed. That's all.
No, I didn't know what was going on, buddy. It was Friday, Toby asked me, and I was like, well, I don't really know. But, yeah, it's all good. Ain't no worries.
Good. I'm glad. Good. So, what should we talk about today?
Well, we got all kinds of shit happening tonight, man.
What's up? Tell me.
We went through a lot of stuff, man. How long you been watching, or did you just hop on?
I just got Liam to sleep, so I just hopped on.
If
Yeah.
I know this motherfucker, he ain't watched a lick and he ain't going to.
Well, he told me earlier. He said he wasn't gonna be able to go until around 9:30ish, and that's 9:50 now. So I imagine his kid just gave him a little bit of trouble going to sleep.
Not
He's a
Liam.
little hyper. He's a little hyper.
Yeah, he is. That's true.
So, how's it going there?
It's good.
Get that
It's
radio
good.
voice
It's getting
good.
better.
You know, we ain't heard
It's
from you in
better.
a while, man. I've been looking forward to you calling in. You said you was going to watch show earlier. What happened?
Get that voice together, Tobe.
Damn it.
No, you know how to get the
I
kids.
got
to
a
sleep.
head cold.
I've been recovering from that actually.
Hey,
Okay,
you
well
been
then,
head cold?
actually, you had a head cold?
Well, more like the flu without a temperature.
Oh fuck!
That's a head cold.
Yeah, so head cold.
Is that what a head cold is? Like we were just discussing, we didn't know what the fuck a head cold was.
I don't know. All I know is my whole body has been in pain. I thought it was just from working.
Well, if it's your whole
Thursday.
body,
I
then
thought
it ain't a head cold.
You sound congested.
Me,
Yeah,
I'm recovering.
but you're congested, right? It sounds like it.
My nose is a little bit.
So you're gonna call into my radio program sounding like Snuffleupagus and think that's okay?
Listen here. If I'm snuffleupagus, I can pronounce that snuffleupagus,
Fucking
then you're snuffleupagus senior.
Dude, I just farted.
Daddy.
It smells terrible.
All right.
Do you smell it, Tobe?
No.
It's fucking awful. I hope it doesn't get
I
to you.
can smell it through the phone.
There you go, Kevin.
So let's ask his opinion. Kevin, excuse me. Will you Pepsi or Coke? What's your preference?
Can I be completely honest?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I like both.
I do too.
Well, I like both as well, but which one? If you had to pick between one as your last drink,
Now-
which one would you pick?
If I'm Coke, it's sweeter and it has a better taste.
It's sweeter, you say?
No. Pepsi's sweeter.
Yes.
No, see, I think Toby's lost his goddamn mind.
You'll find out when we do that taste test. Honestly, you're gonna fucking find out.
We are going to do a taste test, and I am going to find out how right I always am. Honestly, I can tell the difference between Coke and Pepsi. I've had enough of them both.
You think you can right now, but you'd be surprised.
Yeah, you're going to be real surprised when you're
You're
wrong.
gonna be real surprised
What do you think, Kevin?
About what?
about how stupid he is.
No, I don't think Rocky's stupid at all.
So you're gonna call into my show and lie.
He's a fucking jackass. All right, so let's talk about this. Okay, so when we talked about topic number 24, the Mother Nature one, are we
We
assuming?
ain't even talked about
no,
that.
well, no. When we talked about, were we assuming that everyone's gone or just most?
Everyone.
Now, are some reborn? Like
No,
what's-
it's completely wiped out. It's a nice hypothetical.
Well,
that's
there's
the
not really a what
hypothetical.
if. What do you think the world would be like?
Say just something
If-
mystical happened, and just
Like what?
everyone vanished.
Yeah, all of humanity just disappeared.
So
including me.
well,
Everyone.
here's the question. All right, it's food for thought. What would the world turn into? Like, you imagine, how would cities look? How would roads look? How would neighborhoods look if just from some magical reason, every single living human being just vanished? It
Have you
wasn't.
seen I Am Legend?
Yeah, not even like that.
Not
though.
even Will Smith though.
Like, it's not even violent. Just like everyone just like materializes into nothing.
Like poof, we're all gone. What do you think would happen?
Like,
Earth's nature is gonna take back over. Plants are gonna overgrow cities.
yeah.
Wild animals are gonna start populating in cities. It's gonna become a jungle.
It'd be cool too, because I think you would have like deers living in houses and shit, probably coming home
Yeah.
from work. Where the fuck's the damn thing I've been working all week? The deers.
Yeah, well, no, and the squirrels
Yeah.
too. The squirrels especially.
Precisely.
Oh, the squirrels. man.
Okay. Another species of primates would rise to become intelligent, and that's already happening. We just
no.
don't realize it.
I disagree with you.
Chimpanzees chimpanzees in the wild are in their stone age, creating tools.
Hold up.
Orangutans can row boats.
Nope. I disagree with you entirely.
Calm down for a second.
Because
Hold on now. Let me. This is really important. I need to cut it off at the source.
All right.
If you're
are you
saying
doing?
it's already happened and we don't realize it, how the hell are you talking about it right now?
Well, I mean,
As a whole,
most people. It's not. What I meant by that is that most people don't talk about it.
But you
Most
actually,
people don't talk about it.
you're completely and utterly wrong on that point, and here's why.
How?
Here's why. Because as far as primates go, humans is the end of that line. We've seen where that goes. It will be a different species, and I think it will be the emus, because the emus have far more intelligence than any other.
Lemurs?
Emu, the bird.
Emus.
Yeah,
Emus.
they have more intelligence than any other animal or mammal, as except for humans. So any other animal, they're actually more intelligent than dolphins, and I can actually refer you to a study done. Quit farting, man.
I can't.
There was a study done where what they did was they gave emus complex mathematical problems and gave them little bitty pieces of chalk that they could hold in their beak without getting any chalk in their mouth, and they found that emus who typically do a lot of cleaning could answer the mathematical equations.
And they actually wrote it out in chalk.
Yeah, and there was actually one mathematical equation that no one had the answer to, and one of the emus who did cleaning came by when no one was looking and solved it, and then walked away, and everybody was like, "How in the fuck this gets solved?" Which emu did this?
I can tell you.
And he wasn't even part of the study either. He was just working there.
Yeah, he was just a cleaner.
I can tell you one bird right now that's way more intelligent than an emu.
That's the only one to solve mathematical problems.
Well, hold on, what
I mean,
bird?
there ain't no bird solving mathematical problems
The
by
emu.
writing the answer in chalk.
No,
that's not a thing. That's not a thing. Come on.
it's literally a study that's been done.
Have you ever seen an emu who cleans floors and shit, do math?
No.
Have you ever seen one that cleans floors?
I'm sure you can train a bird to hold a tall bird to hold a mop in its beak.
Oh, but now
and
chalk's
walk
unheard of.
Honestly,
Mop is
hold
okay,
on,
but
hold
chalk
on.
is unheard of?
To be fair, though, it doesn't have to be trained. It's about its environment. It grows up. The environment, if the environment doesn't have a lot of opportunities, then more than likely the emu's going to end up cleaning floors. As opposed to, doing
on,
other
man.
things. Like,
Come on. Let's just quit it.
Being a scientist.
being
That's
a
not,
CEO.
that's not that. That's not what you just said. Not that at all.
You even know what we're doing, or what I've been doing.
Crows are way more intelligent. Crows are like one of the smartest birds.
Nah.
Next to African gray parrot.
Second only to the emu.
Dude, okay, so what about llamas?
Who?
I mean, I have seen, if we're going to do this, then I'll just say this. If this is what we're going to do, then I'm going to say this. So, I saw a llama one time.
A
Shoot a
what?
basketball. A llama. I saw
a
a llama shoot a basketball from half court and made it.
Well, that's why they have athletic and academic scholarships. They're not the same thing. Intelligence and physical ability.
Okay.
No, llamas are actually very intelligent, but they're not ambitious.
Okay. What about penguins, man? I mean, I heard penguins going to be the next president.
No, they just dress nice. So, yeah, probably.
Yeah. Would be a good senator. Senator Penguin.
Wait on, is that a Batman reference?
I didn't get it at all. Anyways, did you get what he was doing a minute ago with the emus?
Hey, real quick though, talking about a good casting choice, Danny DeVito as the Penguin in the Batman movie.
Did they do that?
Oh my God!
Really?
Yes.
Dude, that's gonna be fucking great.
Well, no,
That's
I'm talking about the old one.
perfect.
No, it's already made. It's an
fucking
old
perfect.
Batman movie.
I don't watch Batman movies.
I just seen that one, and it was perfect. He looked like the fucking character all to a T.
He plays a really good Frank Reynolds too.
Yeah. The billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, tell him what we was doing. I want.
So Kevin, when he was talking about the emus, he was literally quoting shit that happened in the movie Good Will Hunting. And he was talking.
I haven't seen that movie.
Okay, it's a fucking great movie. It's got Matt Damon in it. It's one of my favorite movies, actually. And we have a person on the chat right now asking if we like yams. I personally don't care for yams, but Toby, do you?
No, yams are disgusting.
We fucking hate yams. You take your yam eating ass and shove it up your ass.
Oh no, I almost wonder if this is gonna turn into a quote from the movie. How you like them yams?
Is it a quote from the movie?
Oh, it's apples in the movie.
Oh yeah, he said, yeah, it's right.
Do you like apples?
How you like them apples? Yeah, Good Will Hunting's a great fucking movie. That's got Robin Williams and Matt Damon. They're like, and Ben Affleck actually, because Matt Damon and Ben Affleck don't know how to do movies without each other.
That is not true.
I know it's not. Ben Affleck did a couple of his own.
Hey, will you quit that, please?
I can't.
I don't know why you think everything is bolted down in here, but I assure you it is not.
Nothing fell. I've been doing it for like fucking 5 minutes.
Is it?
Yeah, but when I do it, watch.
It was not going that side. You're like, now watch when I'm trying to make a point. See this?
Yeah, I'll do it like I was doing it.
It's just I'm paranoid, man.
Hell, I'm doing it harder than I was. All right, well, I'm kicking his computer desk. Is what's happening right now.
Listen, man, this isn't even normal circumstances. We're in the middle of a show. How are we going to stop the show if we can't see?
Well, it's time to show when everything falls.
I guess I could just pull the power.
All right. Anyways, so enough about Good Will Hunting and emus being the most intelligent bird.
Crows are actually not the most intelligent bird. Not by a long shot.
Who is?
It's actually ostriches.
Ostriches?
Yes, sir.
I was gonna say African gray parrot, but ostrich, huh? Is that true?
Well, there was actually a study done recently with one ostrich.
Here we go.
And
another damn study.
well, no, actually, this wasn't recently. This was like the 70s, but the Rubik's Cube had recently come out. And this ostrich was living in poverty. You know, he wasn't getting fed a lot on the farm and whatnot. And to impress a farm owner, it started doing the Rubik's Cube in front of him, and he ended up getting a job as a feed broker.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh God.
And he took his little ostrich son with him. Now he's rich. You know that movie?
I don't.
Pursuit of Happiness.
I haven't seen it.
Crow's number 2.
Oh, crows are very smart. Have you actually seen that one study done?
I've not seen any of your studies. Just quotes from movies that I haven't seen.
Hey, what's another study you got, Toby?
I'm thinking.
I just got invited to fucking a keto group. Do I look like somebody that does keto?
What the hell's keto?
A fucking diet.
You should.
Why
Oh,
should I? No,
hold on,
it's
hold
stupid.
on.
It's not healthy. It can kill you.
I don't even know what it is. I just know it exists. Okay.
Why is...
So Kevin, you got anything you want to talk about, man?
I don't have anything in
This
my mind.
motherfucker
Right now.
just sent me a link to the smartest birds.
Not on my show.
Fucking jackass.
Oh yeah, study about crows. There was this one actually.
Oh, the Crow, they didn't even finish that movie.
No, well, not all the way through. No. Anyway, no, there was a study on this one crow. It actually, it was helping the government do code deciphering. And well, it wasn't really helping the it was like this was during the Cold War. It would help the government decipher codes.
Yeah.
And one night the crow got into a fight with its owner, ends up hitting her with something, and it turns out that the crow wasn't actually working for the government. He was just seeing things.
Oh, he's like a schizophrenic bird?
Yep.
So he's intelligent enough to have mental disorders?
Well, it was intelligent enough to not only have mental disorders, but it could solve complex codes. And
honestly,
after medicating it, it learned to deal with it. Honestly,
the mind is
crows
a beautiful
have beautiful
thing.
minds. Yes, they
Yeah.
do. They do.
That's-
Have you heard about that study, Kevin?
Do what?
Have you heard about that study?
I have not. I heard about that study.
Look up the movie A Beautiful Mind.
It's about a crow.
I love that movie. I love that movie. I thought,
That was
my
literally
favorite movie.
the movie we were just talking about, and you didn't catch it.
Oh, we never talked about Snowpiercer.
Oh yeah, it was,
That was
Snowpiercer. Okay, talk about it because I haven't seen it. I got drunk and passed out.
Kevin, have you seen the movie Snowpiercer?
no.
It was actually a fantastic movie. I watched it last night. It's about...
Was it about a pigeon?
No. No. It was about seagulls. And it was about penguins. No, the movie, it's kind of a stupid concept in my opinion. The movie was about how, in order to combat global warming, the world's governments released a gas called CW7 into the atmosphere. And it reduced the climate temperatures. However, they overshot and basically forced another ice age onto humanity. And everyone died except for the people who lived on this revolutionary train that actually, like, circled the whole world. And so the movie's about, you know, what life is like on this train. Because they're, like, eating protein bars that are made out of insects and shit.
It's like it's like kind of like snakes on a plane, but more like guys on a train.
Yeah, it was exactly. And I remember there was actually one scene. This guy, he was leading a rebellion, and he said, I'm tired of all these motherfucking people on this motherfucking train.
It sounds like me.
Wow.
Well, yeah, he was well, there was like a class system because the people who got on the train, they bought tickets. And at the very end of the train, it was people who couldn't afford tickets. So, you know, the closer to the front of the train, the more money you spent on your ticket. And he was like, I'm tired of all these motherfucking people on this motherfucking train.
Question.
What?
What were the living conditions like in the front of the train versus the back of the train?
Well, the back of the train, it was like squalor. You know, everybody's wearing dirty rags, sleeping on bunk beds over each other. They're getting fed little, like, gelatin fucking things every day. And apparently when the train first started going, they weren't getting fed the protein bars at first, so they had resorted to cannibalism.
Really?
Yeah. But there's actually, there was, like, a farm in one of the cars near the front and an aquarium, all kinds of shit.
Really?
To where the people in the front of the train were living it up. You know, they're eating steak and fish and shit like that, having fresh vegetables. And then, hell, there was even a fucking nightclub near the front where, like, it really, like, just reminded me of hedonism at its finest.
Like how so?
It's just a bunch of people. You know, you're living in a train. You're the only group of people to survive the apocalypse. And you think it's a great idea to just go fucking dance in a club?
Yeah, it's pretty great.
But in all honesty, my only hang up with the movie was, to me, subterranean life would be way more of a solution than living in a fucking train.
Yeah, what kept the train going?
It had some new revolutionary type technology, and also kids, 5-year-old children had to work.
Really?
Yeah, they would take kids and they would, like, inspect children, and if they were the right size from the back of the train, they just would take them away and say it was a medical exam. And at the end of the movie, you find out that the kids are literally working on the train to keep it going.
What the fuck, dude?
It was like what do you call it?
Like the fucking Oompa Loompas, man.
Well, actually, what made me watch it was some dude made a lot of comparisons between Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory in that movie. And, you know, I ain't seen Willy Wonka in a long time, but I see how he drew his similarities because he was theorizing that movie was actually a sequel to Willy Wonka. Because he made the point that Charlie knew a lot about chemicals, and he had like he had been introduced into ways of cutting edge ways of food production, which would be the protein bars, and cutting edge technology for transit. And the logo for the train was just a big W with a circle around it.
Was it really?
Mm-hmm.
Then maybe it was a sequel.
Well, it's not like technically, but it could be like the guy
A spinoff.
the guy wanted it to be a sequel, but he couldn't legally make it a successor.
Right. Oh.
Oh, and the train practiced its own form of population control by making uprisings. All right. Well, Kevin had to go.
Kevin had to go.
But the train would, exercise its own form of population control by having the rear cars create an uprising. That way they would be justified in killing them.
Really?
Yeah, because the guy who ran the train viewed it as a big ecosystem.
So how did they start the uprisings in the rear train?
It turns out that the guy who was like basically in the ear of the guy who led the revolt was like good old friends with the guy who owned the train and was like the boss of it. It was a fantastic movie.
How did the boss work? Like, how does that?
And,
they hit the conductor, I guess.
He made the train. He invented the train. He owned a transit company and he had it invented. And the train was like a self-sustaining type of environment, so that when the world ended, the train just kept going forward. And the train was actually in the movie designed to, when it plowed through, you would have like ice grow over the tracks. The train would plow through it, and when it did, it would basically force a lot of the ice into it. That way it had water to recycle.
It's actually really fucking intense.
It is, and
I might watch that movie tonight.
Are you curious to know the very end of it?
Sure.
Well, I don't. Okay.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. If you don't want to know the end of the movie, mute it now or just close the stream, because I'm going to be saying the very end of Snowpiercer. It's actually Korean made, or the director's Korean. It's not Korean made, but a Korean director. Anyway, so the end.
Actually, just mute the mic.
I considered that, but then you said spoiler alert. We ain't got a lot of viewers right now. We only got 25.
Yeah,
So
give us just a second, guys.
should I mute it?
Yeah, mute it.
All right. Hold on 1 second, folks.
There
We'll
was
be right
there was
back.
no sound because we were doing
I
a
got like
spoiler
one
for a
sentence
movie.
left.
One
Yeah,
sentence
I got
left, and
one
we'll be right back.
Well, actually, yeah, 1 sentence left. Like it hadn't been gotten rid of all the way. So it
Been a whole fucking time. That's
honestly,
crazy.
it was a great movie. I would love it if they like it. I want to look into it, see if there's a sequel. A lot of times with great movies, there never seems to be a sequel. And hell, even more often than not, when there is a sequel, it sucks.
Honestly, I was about to say the same thing. I was like, honestly, a lot of times it's good that they don't have sequels because it's hard to follow something like that.
You know, one of my favorite sci-fi movies is a movie called District 9.
What's it about?
Well,
You ain't got to.
it's a
He's just fucking around.
Yeah, I'm not gonna mute it. It's basically about an alien mothership gets stuck in it comes down to Earth, and it turns out something happened to it to where it broke down, and it's like stuck just floating above some, I think, African city, some city in Africa, and so naturally the U.S. or the world governments are like, what the fuck, we got aliens, and the aliens look like little cockroaches. And it's just kind of like it's a look into what would happen if this happened kind of thing. And it's actually a fantastic movie. I would say by far my favorite sci-fi movie.
All right, enough.
Sci-fi
I
drama.
think enough with the movies. Let's talk about the weather.
That guy who made District 9 actually had made he made 2 other good movies. One of them's called Chappie, and the other one I cannot remember the name of it, but it was good too.
Let's make the announcement, man.
What announcement?
Number 29.
Oh, spring is almost here. And
guys.
I love spring. So
It's
I'm
a fucking
very
great
excited.
season, man. Spring is almost here.
I am very
The
excited.
leaves are changing. The flowers are blooming. The rain is coming.
Yep. You know what the old "shall I compare thee to a summer's day"?
Yeah.
The winds of
The winds of change can never change my feelings for you.
Yeah.
Because my love for you is undying.
Oh, you know Shakespeare?
Yeah, of course.
I did not know that. I'm impressed. What do you think about Romeo and Juliet, though? Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo?
Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? My pussy wetter than a fucking
You're
Stan Lee.
just trying to be funny.
Than a Stan Lee cameo.
You just trying to be funny.
What's up there, viewer? If you got something you want us to talk about, go ahead and say it now. We got a 3-hour special going on. We got about 45 minutes left of it.
Really? We're almost done.
We got 45 minutes left.
Oh, babe.
Or maybe 50 minutes. Either way, we're
This
close.
has been rather grueling, hasn't it?
It's been intense. We haven't even covered
Honestly,
about half the talking points.
I would like to. I don't know if you're still watching, but Kevin, I appreciate the calling. Honestly, I was kind of not feeling the show anymore. He called in. I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah, it was
nice.
it was really nice. I messaged him and asked him where he went because he just hung up on us randomly. He didn't normally do that.
Well, Kevin, Kevin
last
kind
time-
of does his own thing.
Well, last time he hung up on us, he messaged me the next day talking about why'd you hang up on me. So I think there's something going on with the phones.
Yeah.
Either way, if you're watching, you got something you want to talk about, go ahead and say it in the comment section or give
we're
us a call.
accepting
Either
since it is a 3-hour show. We are accepting comments tonight. Normally, I argue with Rocky and I say if those motherfuckers can't comment, I want to hear from them. But tonight's different.
Yeah, we want to hear from you. If you want to comment and just say something you want us to talk about, that's fine. If not, we'll just keep going on what we're doing.
Hey, by the way,
But spring is almost fucking here.
by the way, do you mind if I have another one of them bad boys?
Hey, if you grab me one, 2 pounds about to be
Man,
gone.
no, you can't have, dude.
This is why I told you I wanted more than a 12-pack.
We
I
got
knew what was
50
gonna
more
happen.
minutes to go.
I need another one. I'm not drunk.
Dude, man, you're gonna ruin the whole damn show.
I've had, 6?
You've had more than that.
Have I?
Yeah.
Actually?
You're on
3, 4, 5,
11.
No, I'm not on 11. Well, give me another one. I need 12. That's why I needed a second 12
no, I
pack.
think you have had 10.
Either way, bring it
Oh,
me
I don't
another
know
one.
why I was about to mute your mic.
All right, Toby's gonna go grab us some beer, and
Say what it is.
I'm not gonna tell him what brand it is.
Don't say what it is. Just say we're getting sodas.
By beer, I meant soda. In the meantime, it's just me here for a minute. My beard right here. It's gonna get shaved off tonight. I'm fucking sick of it growing. I try to shave it every now and then. I don't want a fucking beard again. I'm tired of that shit.
This is my second. This would be your 10th.
Really?
Yeah, there's only 2 left in the box.
This is my 8th. Your math is really bad.
Oh, no, I honestly had the math right, but I fucked it up. Believe it or not, when I went to relay
Was that motherfucker? If there's anything left in the box, that's wrong. Either way, I'm not feeling it.
Hey,
Man.
don't belittle me. Fuck you.
I'll be little. Who I
Don't
want
talk
to be little.
down to me.
I'm Rocky El Paso, baby. I do what I
That
want.
ain't your show, dude.
I do what I want.
All right, how about that? How about that right there? We gonna do?
I do what I want.
All right, so we have not gone through all the talking points. We were making great strides for a moment there.
We tried. Let's talk about lot lizards.
And why we love them.
We love the lot lizards.
Hey, baby.
That's one thing, man.
Honestly, I would not have anything to do with a woman who is referred to as a lot lizard. I'm just putting that out there.
I mean, they're not referred to. They're just referred to. I
That's
guess.
what they're called.
Yeah, I know. So like,
I'm trying to get our levels right. I want to be loud and popping. Don't you want to be loud and popping?
I am loud and I am popping.
Can you hear me?
My ass
Good in your speakers?
blowing. Yeah, I can hear you fine.
All right, I want to go to the right.
Anybody that's watching right now ever got a lot lizard? Anybody? We went to a truck stop not too long ago. We met a few riggers. Like there's a few riggers there. They yeah, they got the rigs, man. They fucking do it.
Honestly, that's a noble profession, and I feel like people don't appreciate it.
I don't think they do either, man. Fucking dude, being a rigger is hard.
It is. I mean, you know nothing but road. You're away from your family all the time.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But they tell us a little bit about the fucking the life more so, I guess, than anything. They was telling us about just their wives, like.
Should I turn this up more?
No, I think we're good. I'm good. I don't want to be. Turn me down.
Turn you down?
I can hear myself talk way too loud.
You're supposed to hear yourself talk.
No, like it's ridiculous.
Oops.
We'll get a caller coming in.
Thank you for calling Rocky El Paso Live. I'm the host, Toby.
I'm Rocky El Paso, baby.
How can I help?
What's up, fellas?
Oh,
how's
not
it going?
much. You
All
doing
right,
all right?
so I'm looking for I'm kind of looking for a piece of advice.
Okay, cool. We got that.
This ain't
All right.
Friday. You're gonna
We
have to
usually
call
do
back
advice.
Friday.
We usually do advice on Fridays, but we got 3 hours.
You guys were asking what you wanted to talk about, so this
Okay.
is something that's on my mind. So
That's
that's
fair.
what. Okay, so there's this thing going on with me, okay, and it's really rare,
You're on your period.
apparently.
Huh?
You're on your period.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, okay. I'm sorry. I was trying
Rocky,
to guess.
stop interrupting my callers.
So I have to go to Cleveland to have heart surgery.
Right.
Possibly 2 different ones 6 weeks apart. So I get a phone call this morning from WLKY, and they want to interview me on Thursday
Okay.
for the Students Benefit at U of L for a Medical Digest magazine.
Okay.
My question to you guys is, I've had several doctors ask me if they could put notations on their social media, if they could share it with people in Chicago, of course, people in Cleveland, and here and there and whatnot. My question to you guys is, should I ask for compensation?
I personally think you should demand it, and you should mention the show.
Okay. To be honest with you, because you're somebody I care about, I don't necessarily think you should ask for compensation.
I don't think they would give you it.
I don't think they would give it to you. But what you could do is, since you're talking to medical people, and this could cost you money.
It does, and see, that's where the dilemma is at, because it's already been scheduled twice, but because of financial issues, the only thing I have to do is get there myself. Once I'm there, I'll be checked in and
You
everything
tell
will be
these
taken care of.
motherfuckers if they want to interview you, they'll get you a ride to Cleveland, and they'll get it done. You get yourself the surgery. What's more important than your life? Nothing. Money's not more important than your life, right?
No, I
So
absolutely
fuck
agree. That's what I'm
compensation.
saying.
Compensation doesn't have to be money. It could be a ride to the
ride.
fucking surgery and a ride home.
Right.
I know you told me you asked your brother a while back, but he works 2 jobs, and he can't ever get off, and his tags are expired.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't the only one, but
He's a piece of
That's-
shit.
They are no, not at all.
No offense, Colin.
But they will take care of whatever they would. They suggest that the person I bring be what I would consider my next of kin, someone that I could rely on if something was to go awry during surgery or whatever.
So a prostitute.
Now they will. Right, absolutely, yeah. So they will take care of that person. They'll put them up in the Ronald McDonald House, and they'll feed them vouchers and whatnot for food and all that. But like I said, I have to get there first. And with my insurance being state funded right now, it's like like this morning, I got test results back from last week, and there's like severe swelling on the left side of my heart, which is more dangerous than what's going on.
You're turning into the Grinch.
Right. It's it's close to Christmas. I knew it was going to happen, but now everybody else is going to know. But like I said, I've had a couple of people ask me to share this with people that I don't know, and my son's like, dude, they're using you for like a guinea pig. Like you should, see if there's.
I don't necessarily know you're a guinea pig.
Yeah.
A lot of times they just have to get stuff like approved.
Yeah, typically an experimental procedure, though, they have to, like, have you write out and, like, basically you sign that it's experimental, and that way they can't get sued.
WOKY wants something cool to talk about.
Do what?
WOKY wants something cool to talk about. And the doctors want to say, yeah, I fixed this bitch.
Well, this one doctor here, that he kills me, dude, because he's like, I've been doing this for 33 years. So, like, he high-fives me every time he sees me. And I feel like complete total shit, but he's, like, smiling and giddy and beside himself and everything. But now he's just like, okay, you've been here long enough. There's nothing more I can do. We're not equipped. I haven't seen this before, blah, 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 blah. So you would think, like he says, you would think that would be enough for my insurance to say, okay, fine, we pay for everything. But what my insurance comes back and says is, well, there's not enough information on this particular diagnosis. We have to have more. And the doctor's like, you're not going to get any more until we get her there and get her open. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm stuck any way I go. But
actually,
I don't know.
How far is Cleveland?
It's only like the main campus is where everything would take place.
How many hours from where you're at?
Should be like 3 hours.
According to what, according to what one
when
of the
do you have
doctors
to be
said,
there?
That's the problem. As of this morning, they had to reschedule it again, and I don't have a date now because my insurance keeps throwing this shit up. So they approved the surgery, and they approved the trip, and they approved my referrals. So after all that was approved, and I called to make my appointment, as she's making my appointment, she says, we can't. And I'm like, why? And she was like, all of the tests, the heart cath and like a 4D echocardiogram and this and that and everything, all these tests that you've had done in the last 3 months have been like just weeks apart. Your insurance is not willing to pay for all these tests the day that you get there again because they can't provide them with enough information as to say why I need it.
All right, so will you be able to get the surgery?
It's a have to. The last time I went to the cardiologist, apparently, according to insurance, they do it as a rating system, and my last marking was high priority. Well, by the time I left his office, it was necessity. So, and that was not even a week and a half ago.
So will you be able to...
He thought... Go ahead.
My point is, I know a guy that's willing to rent a car with tags on it and get you to Cleveland if it comes to that.
Right. Well, I have a brother and a sister-in-law, offered bus tickets and whatnot. But as pussy as it sounds, the biggest deal to me is
love
going
pussy.
by myself. Well, me too, but like the biggest deal to me right now is like probably just having to go by myself.
Well, you're not by yourself. You got FaceTime.
Well,
No,
that's true.
you can't trust the transcontinental bus system anyway.
Well, and
You know
the doctor
them-
in Cleveland was like, there's no way you're going to be able to make a trip back on the bus. And I'm like, well, how's it any different from a car? And she's like, just trust me, it's not going to work.
A bus is
But
rough.
then well, and another thing is they can't tell me if it'll be a week, 2 weeks, 6 weeks, or if I'll leave there and like have to go to rehab.
What needs to happen is you need to just keep everybody informed on what's going on in your family, and they can probably figure something out to help you out a little bit. I don't know if any of them are gonna be able to take off work long enough to come with you and stay with you, but at least you know you could get there and back.
Yeah.
Or at least there, they might abandon you once you're there, because at that point it's like, man, you're not their problem anymore.
Well, they keep telling me, once I'm there, I'll be in the best hands I could possibly be in. So.
No, that's not true.
That's
You're
what I'm
always
saying.
in the best hands you can be in because you're in God's hands.
Well, physically, medical-wise, whatever, this is like supposed to be the place, I guess.
Jackie, I gotta say, you took this comedy podcast to a whole fucking sad point.
There's nothing sad about it. I was just curious. Some people
you
were
come
like,
in talking
dude,
about,
if you
my
take
name's
those
the
people's
Grinch.
money...
My heart's grown 3 sizes this month. It's not even fucking Halloween yet.
It is growing. Like this morning, he said he does the echo every week, and since the heart cast 2 months ago, every week it's grown. This abnormality. He calls it a unicorn. What are you whispering?
I had to tell Toby something important.
I don't know if it would go in.
And then today, when I called him to tell him what Cleveland had said about...
You said there was an echo?
An echocardiogram, yeah. I get one done every week.
Could you hear the echo just now?
No, I could hear the whispering. I didn't hear an echo.
I told you it wouldn't go through.
I think it comes through on the desktop, though.
Yeah, of course.
What's the deal with the 3 hours? Why are y'all doing 3
We're
hours?
on 3 platforms now.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we're on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook.
I'm not trying to down you guys. I enjoy the show.
No, we understand you're a bitch. We understand you're a bitch.
But last week and this week, you guys don't seem into it.
What do you mean?
You just seem like y'all would rather be doing something else.
Well, you missed the first hour and a half of the show.
I did not. I was just on somebody else's name.
Oh, honestly, the show was getting rather trying because we've been doing it for an hour and a half tonight. And last week, what happened last week?
Honestly, I liked our last show a lot.
I thought our last one was good too.
I had a fucking great time.
It seemed like y'all kind of rushed it last week. Like y'all was.
Well, we kind of.
I think you took a shot. And you was like, I'm going to bed.
I think you might miss an. Oh yeah, I've worked 2 jobs now, so I wake up early as fuck. So it's like we have to get off and we gotta get off, and we both get pretty drunk.
You always got to get off when you get off.
Yeah, exactly.
That's nice.
It's usually in her mouth, but here lately it's been in the hole that produces kids, and I don't like that.
The chest area is preferable to me, but mouth to each their own.
Yeah, nasty. Of course, the chest area is preferable to you. You got a big ass heart, bigger target.
But anyway, y'all just seemed rushed last week, like y'all would, and I kind of got that feeling this week too. So
I thought we're doing a 3-hour special. How the hell is this rush?
No,
we're taking our time, baby.
Is that why? That's what I'm asking. Is that why y'all chose to do 3 hours?
Did we ever talk to you about the Dave Chappelle thing?
No.
After we talked about it last time?
After the first time, yeah.
Turns out her buddy was lying.
I had asked last week in a comment.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't
sit on time. Our buddy lied to us and told us a bunch of shit that never happened.
Yeah, we watched it.
I told you I didn't see some of those parts y'all were talking about. Now, the Michael Jackson stuff, I did see that. But, the baby and all, I didn't see none of that.
He was being a douche.
Yeah.
He was.
Apparently, he's a competing comedian and doesn't like Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, did he know that you guys were going to bring it up on the podcast?
Yeah, I told him I would.
Oh, okay.
So I told him, you got to give us factual information. We got over 100 viewers.
No, I'm gonna whoop his ass.
He's got it coming.
I got that baseball bat, and his name's wrote on it.
Does he watch you guys?
Well, hopefully he don't, because now he knows Toby's coming. Well, actually, hopefully he does, and he needs to know. Motherfucker, we're coming for you.
I was going to say, he just threatened him, You know, I don't know how many viewers you guys got right now, but
Oh, he's
About
not going to
108.
lose. Yeah, between the three platforms, we got a little over 100 right now.
138.
Facebook
So
is
what-
actually our
you got
lowest.
this?
We got
That's your
this,
lowest?
YouTube, and Twitch.
And the Twitch
the
is
hell is
nice.
Twitch.
It's
I never even
it's
heard of that.
Twitch
used
is
for-
our biggest one.
It's used for video games normally, but we don't play no video games. Do we?
Yeah, we don't play no video games. I ain't no nerd.
You know what I would like to see?
What
You
is
guys
that?
out somewhere.
What do you mean?
Out.
Actually, wait about 3
Like,
weeks.
for instance, like Louder Than Life. Like, I would like to see y'all somewhere like that.
Oh, you
or
mean
even
on the
just
podcast?
you two at the mall. I don't even care, like, just talking to random...
Oh, well, we actually had a missed opportunity that we was kicking ourselves for. We had went to Illinois a couple months back now, I think.
Yeah, we
I
went. It was
remember.
like right outside
And
Chicago.
we were
the whole
supposed
Sailor
to.
Moon incident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we were
Yeah.
supposed to do the show from there, and we were like at the start of a 3-day bender and forgot all about it.
We got fucking hammered, like
Oh, wow.
so bad.
We stayed.
I was
completely
yelling at the
drunk.
ice cream man, telling him to sell me Coke
Yeah, it was.
because I knew he
I would
didn't
like
have
to
it.
see you guys, like, interact with people, you know,
God.
Well,
where we could see it.
I would like to see it too, because I don't remember none of
What
that
I'm
shit.
actually wanting to do is get a system set up a little so we could do field reports where Richard goes out and
Rocky,
no, we
Rocky
wouldn't-
goes out.
I always forget we fired him. Would you be willing to do it, Rocky?
We've been over this.
All right,
Ever
well-
since we got rid of Richard, man, I'm the guy.
All right, well, Rocky goes out and he interviews people, and we capture it through the system,
Y'all
and
should do that.
we would call it our field reports with Rocky. Because it would be
Y'all should do
awesome.
that.
I mean, at that point, it opens the door. He can do weather reports and everything.
Weather reports, weather sucks ass. Maybe you could get it better than the news. I don't know, but I think that would be awesome.
Are the two of you?
Or
I'm gonna have to
if
ask.
you guys,
I'll be right back. I gotta piss really bad. I've been drinking beer.
I gotta
and I've
pee,
been drinking
too.
2 at a time.
I got to pee too, man.
All right, I'm gonna
2
throw this
at
on
a
an ad break.
time.
If you want to hang up the phone, you can. If you want to wait on the line for us, you can. We're gonna throw on an ad though. Just we'll be back in like 3 minutes.
no, you guys are good. You're good.
All right, we'll be back.
All right.
Well, you guessed it, folks. We had to go on another break. You know, this time it's been very hectic, and honestly, the show's been one of the best ones we've ever done. Wouldn't you agree, Rocky?
Oh yeah, definitely.
This has by far been. Well, folks, you guessed it. We had to go on an ad break as usual, and Rocky, will you at least act like you work here, man? You're just sitting there looking at me.
What are you talking about, man? I'm trying.
Oh, what the hell has gotten into you? Did you end up trying that product or something? You look like out of it.
Man, I didn't. Honestly, man, I'm fucking amazed.
What do you mean?
Like I'm cleansed.
Oh,
Like I'm a whole new man.
so you really did try it.
Yeah, I'm a whole new man.
That's amazing. We actually, you folks are probably curious, what the hell are these guys talking about? We have a new sponsor tonight. They heard about the 3-hour special, and naturally, they jumped at the opportunity. And
They literally jumped at that shit.
as per usual, we do not want to say the name of the product until you'll hear their ad in a moment. They send us in a clip, and full disclosure, sometimes we re-record it because we feel like they don't have a radio voice.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And so Rocky apparently has tried it. This is something that is like sweeping the U.S. from what we're told. So sit back and enjoy this.
Actually,
new
it's
sponsor.
more like it's hosing through the U.S.
All right. Enjoy, folks.
Hey everybody, are you tired of sitting on the pot and then when you get done, it's all like hard labor using that damn paper? Well, I'm here to tell you, at Thompson's Anal Jet, we've got a new product for you. Normally, you would use a bidet system, but we're gonna use the Anal Blaster. And it is not a bidet system, it's a new day system because it's new and improved. This thing will get all the brown out your hole. At 358 PSI, this thing will have you spick and span where you can't get a tan. You'll feel like you got a tan because it's going to burn you up, but I'll tell you what, you'll be cleaner than you ever been. The new Anal Jet is modeled after the latest in water jet technology. This thing is really going to cut through the crud on your bum. So grab yourself one of Thompson's Anal Jets and send the Browns on a flight back to where they came from.
Thompson's Anal Jet is not responsible for any injuries suffered while using their product. This is including but not limited to anal bleeding, anal fissures, anal perforation, loss of appetite, loss of spouse, appendicitis, intestinal rupturing, thoughts of suicide, heart failure, changes in sexual orientation. tax evasion, loss of welfare, loss of job, increases in water bill, or anything in general that you did not call and ask us if it would be responsible for.
So there you have it, folks. If you're in the market and you're feeling a little European, I'd suggest you go out and get Thompson's Anal Jet. It's a pretty nice product.
It's better than nice, buddy.
Rocky used it, and he's been smiling ear to ear ever since.
When they say it cuts through the crud, buddy, it cuts through the crud.
All I know is you better get your wits about you by the time we do this show, man. I can't have you all scatterbrained.
I'm shocked and stunned, man. It feels like I've been... I'm a new man. I've been pumped full of something that... It's something.
All right. That's a little too descriptive for the show. Let's go ahead and do a countdown. This ad's at 3 minutes about.
All right, yeah. Countdown.
Come on. 5.
Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we'll be right back as soon as you hear my voice again.
Sorry about that, guys. Toby's still outside. He wanted to go for a little bit of a cigarette break, but I'm back. Oh, man, I just pissed so fucking much. I don't know if you guys want to know that or not, but I just like, oh my lord. It was bad, and I'm talking really bad. I probably pissed about a half a gallon. I know most of you guys are thinking, yeah, you didn't really piss a half a gallon. No, I pissed a half a gallon, I promise. God, my zipper was still undone. I drank 8 beers at this point, so they pretty much all just came out at once. It was pretty ridiculous. One of the things I wanted to go over tonight, which didn't really involve Toby much, so I don't mind talking about why he's not here. I recently bought some memory foam shoes probably about a month ago, and they're literally already worn out. The memory foam fucking blows. My, wherever you put your weight when you walk, like everybody does a little different. Like, everybody walks, and their weight displacement is depending on them, like how they learn to walk. Well, mine is like on my right foot. I put a lot of the weight on the ball right there under your big toe. I guess you would call it a ball. I don't really know. The little area right under your big toe, like past the toes before the arch of your foot. I put all my weight right there on the right side. And I've literally got it to where there's no foam there anymore, actually, I guess you would say. And it's like hard as a rock, dude. Because the rubber on the bottom of the shoe it's not soft. It's a hard rubber, you know. It's meant to protect your feet, so it's hard. And the insole is what's supposed to be comfortable, but since it's made of that fucking memory foam, it like literally just it like wore it down, and like it's been like that for like 2 weeks now. And my foot, it hurts all the time. Literally, it doesn't matter what's going on, because it's like I'm just forcing it into concrete 24/7. It sucks so bad. I work at a local fish restaurant. I can't really say the name of it online. But if you message me or call me after the show, I'll be glad to tell you. It's not a problem. Personally, I just don't want to mention them. I don't like mentioning companies I work for. And I always make up what food we make too if I talk about work.
I was about to say, you screwed up talking about the fish.
Yeah, because one of my other jobs, but I don't work there anymore, so it doesn't matter. I always lie about what we do at our jobs. Like, It's what I do. I don't talk about it online. It's just one of those things.
I mean, the last thing you want is you're screwing around on the podcast to somehow be taken as representing that business.
Or even as reality, because most of the stuff we talk about here is fucking horse shit.
Yeah.
Or bullshit.
It's horse shit. Let's be honest.
Well,
it ain't
yeah.
bullshit.
I don't know, man. Cow shit's what we talked about earlier. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to talk about number 26, the outlets. I was thinking, like, I wanted opinions on this, actually. What do you think the outlets were like before they were standardized? Did, like say you buy a product, you had to find the one that matched your type of outlet? Or did they always have just this standard outlet? I feel like they didn't. I think it's just like the charger cables with telephones. Like, at first there's like 12 different ones. Like, everybody's trying to monopolize the market because once you get it, you got it. You know what I mean? And once everybody adapts to a standard, you all have it. But like, when electricity first came around, like as a household thing, did everybody have the same outlets, or were like some products catered to one, some products catered to another? And then eventually everybody was like, you know what, this is the one we're going for.
I don't think it. I think it's always been standardized. Me personally.
Dude, if my dad did not have dementia, he would know.
Electric candlelight.
Honestly, how old is the standard outlet? How long has it been around?
I don't know.
I'm about to look it up.
Believe it or not, I'm no longer an encyclopedia. My license got revoked.
For what? What'd you do?
Well, you know. You know how it goes.
No, I don't. How does it go?
You do some things, people get upset. Say some wrong information. Suddenly, they're questioning your credibility.
Plugs and sockets for portable appliances started becoming available in the 1880s. A proliferation of types developed to address the issues of convenience and protection from electric shock. Today, there are approximately 20 types in common use around the world. Oh, okay. So there are outlets that are obsolete and not used anymore. So that's a thing.
Around the world, yeah.
Well, no, there's 20 that are still used around the world. But there were a variety of them to begin with.
That doesn't necessarily mean that's how it was in America, though.
Actually, several early American electrical plug and socket arrangements were invented by Harvey Hubble. So, like, one guy invented everything and was like, pick one, bitch.
That doesn't necessarily mean the prongs, you know. You're talking about the prong arrangement.
Plug and socket arrangements.
That's interesting.
2-pin plug adapters and using his plugs while existing designs of lamp sockets and wall receptacles.
Come on, Rocky.
It's looking like they initially screwed into a lamp holder. He was talking about lamps here. He soon found the round pin design unsatisfactory as a subsequent patent, so he stopped using the round pins. And then he started using the flat pins, but he was like the guy behind it. This guy. What is his name again?
Harvey
Hubble. My man, Harvey Hubble. He if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have none of what we got today.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, because there's other countries with stuff that Harvey Hubble had nothing to do with. But still, I like crediting the guy, man. He's dead now.
He was a jackass.
He was probably a greedy bastard.
He was a jackass.
Dude, you know what's crazy?
What's that?
All right, so it's no secret we're based out of Louisville, Kentucky. You need to go back to your radio voice.
Okay.
We're obviously based out of Louisville, Kentucky. When I'm working in a restaurant, a lot of old people come in. Like, when I say old, I mean like 65 plus, like senior citizens, okay?
Yeah.
And I didn't realize like how much money is in Louisville.
What do you mean?
Like I knew there was a lot. I knew there were a lot of millionaires, right? But I hear some of these people talking. Like I eavesdrop. I'm a busboy, so I'll clean one table while I'm listening to another table talk. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the stuff these older people talk about is like, dude, they invented so much shit.
Like what?
Like I honestly I can't think of anything offhand, because it's mostly like shit. I don't know what it is. I'm like, it's just like a lot of it's software and technology developments. Like, yeah, my son, he invented this, or my dad, he invented blah, 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 blah. He did this and that and this and that. And then, like, I know they're wealthy because they spend fucking over $100 on a meal and then leave half of it.
At the burger place?
Yeah, at the burger joint.
Mm.
No, not the burger. No, I'm sorry. Burger joint's my first job. This is the steakhouse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, hell,
I'm sorry, I was literally like, I don't know. Like, the burger joint people spend like fucking $10. The steakhouse people are spending hundreds. A lot less customers, though.
No shit. Cost hundreds of dollars for a damn steak.
Gilligan's Island reference, I suppose. What is that one about? Oh, that was earlier in the show. That was like...
Well, no, the second person that noticed.
What was the other one?
They asked if they could call in and sing Gilligan's Island.
Hey, you want to call in and sing it? You can call in and sing it. But that was earlier. I guess he's rewatching.
Do you even... No, this is a different person. Do you even know what they're referring to?
No, what are we talking about?
3-hour tour.
Oh, the 3-hour tour. I forgot we put that as a title. I completely forgot we put that as a title. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I knew when I had said the 3-hour tour.
I completely forgot about the title of that. I'm like, what are they talking about?
Honestly, that was the whole reason I had done that.
But I forgot. Why is your face not in the camera anymore? Why is your voice changed?
I don't know. Again?
I completely forgot we made that as the title.
I'm sorry, man.
We did that like an hour before the stream started. Like, the title was made, and we hadn't even began streaming. We did so much shit after that.
I'm pleased that so many people have noticed.
Dude, and like, I'm like, why do people keep referencing Gilligan's Island? I completely forgot about the fucking title. What the hell? I feel like a jackass right now. It's great.
I was even singing the song.
And we talked about
before
it before
the show.
we started. I completely forgot about it, man. We got so wrapped up in other shit. I completely forgot. And there was even a title. I didn't even know there was a fucking title.
How much?
I typed it.
We got 5 minutes. I think we should go through and just blow through whatever talking points we haven't touched
Did we get
on.
a lot of talking points we ain't touched on?
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
We touched on
Well, prostitution, it can be the world's oldest profession.
Hold on, let me take this one.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
All right, so you know, it's an old saying that prostitution is the world's oldest profession, which means it would be the first. But to me, that makes no sense. I mean, what would these girls do? Just hookering to hookering? You know, they were just putting out to put out. Prostitution means you're getting something for it. If it was the world's oldest profession, that means the only reason guys started working was so they could buy old Sally down the street.
Exactly.
There we go. We touched on that.
Basically, what guys did. We're blowing through them.
Yeah.
Apple monopolizes its products.
Oh yeah. Well, that's no secret at this point. Apple keeps a stranglehold on if you can buy any accessory or anything to it, it's because they made it. And then not only that, but they go out of their way to make it to where it has to be that way. That's why, to me, I will never own an Apple product. I don't care if it's better than like an Android or a PC.
Or an orange.
I will never own it. Okay, next.
Memory
foam, your shoes.
No, I already talked about that while you were gone.
Did you?
Yep.
We talked about that. Power Wheels?
Power Wheels are fun as a kid. That's great. Awesome. Art has died out.
The Power Wheels thing. Let's touch on that a little more. I feel like there should be adult versions.
There should be adult versions of Power Wheels. And I think they should be called cars.
That would be nice. All right, art has died out.
I don't think it has.
It has.
No, you know why I don't think it has? No, this is important.
It hasn't died out entirely, but it's getting
no,
close.
it hasn't died out.
Okay, explain.
It developed. It became a rich people hobby.
it's still like.
Only rich people indulge in art. Like, other people can't afford it. We're too busy worried about.
Well, here's my point, though.
I don't even have lights to see it if I pay for the art.
Here's my point, though. In the Renaissance era, it was like a mainstream thing. And even in the 70s, you had Andy Warhol. But when's the last time how long has it been since there was a famous artist who was up and coming?
Dude, there are plenty of famous artists, but the problem is...
They've never been into mainstream at this point.
Because they can't be anymore. It's a rich people sport. It's like rugby.
Think it is. I don't think it... And rugby is not a rich person's sport.
No, hockey.
Neither is hockey.
Baseball, motherfucker.
Baseball, yeah. America's pastime.
America's pastime. Highest paid fucking sports players around the world.
They need to shit or get off the pot, so to speak. They've been a territory forever now. Like, honestly, look it up real quick. How long have they been a fucking U.S. territory? Because I think it was like the 1800s. America beat Spain in some kind of war, and they got Puerto Rico and Florida. All right, while Rocky looks it up, I will explain what I mean. So Puerto Rico, to you, those of you who don't know,
Holy shit, 1898.
Oh, so it wasn't as long as I thought. But either way, that's a long ass time. Over 100 years. Well over.
After the Spanish-American War.
Hey. I told you it was some war.
And you were right.
With Spain. Anyway.
Why do we win all the wars?
We don't win them all.
We lost Vietnam.
Well, actually, I think there was another one we lost, too. I'm not sure.
No, we didn't. That's it.
Well, technically, I think we helped in the French and Indian War, and that one was lost.
The only one we've lost. We've actually been.
Although war was never declared by Congress, so Vietnam was not a war.
It was not a war, technically.
What do you call that?
A conflict. It was a conflict. The Vietnam conflict is what it's called. But everybody looked at it as a war, so we call it a war.
I mean, technically.
And we did lose it.
It had all the components of a war.
It was a testing ground.
We can't get into that. That's for a conspiracy theory episode. We can't get into that.
All right, yeah, fair enough. Let's go.
All right, so we talked about chiropractor, Woodstock, veganism, Pepsi versus Coke. Pepsi better. Disposable
Pepsi's
lighters,
not better. Coke's better. Coke's way better than Pepsi. Motherfucker, Pepsi is not as good as Coke.
Swift fact of the week. We have not talked about Freon. Freon. The name is very misleading. It implies that it's free. That's right.
Yeah,
that's the lame joke we missed.
Yeah. It's free on the condition that you're willing to pay for it.
Honestly, I think they was releasing Freon into the atmosphere instead of the
CW7. It fucking froze everything up. Honestly,
all right, we talked about a butterfly trap. We talked about cup season. We talked about Mad TV versus Saturday Night Live. We asked the viewers for talking points. Which sprinkler type is most effective?
Actually, I'm looking at our live count.
Yeah.
We did not start when we thought we did. We still have 8 minutes left.
Well, either way, let's get these out the way while we can.
We got everything out of the way already.
No, we have not talked about which sprinkler type is most effective.
Oh, okay. Let's spend a little bit of time on this one.
Oh, not a little bit. We got to make sure that... You want to go back to that after we make sure?
We go back to what?
The sprinkler type thing. All right, we talked about walkie-talkie story and how I got my start in radio. We talked about hedges, prostitution. We just did that. Light lizards, charcoal, Family Feud. Yeah, that motherfucker is creepy, honestly.
He's very creepy. Like, he was kissing women on the lips on the game show.
Women in front of
fucking
husbands.
Weird, dude.
Mother Nature, we talked about that lunch meat. I never got to say what my favorite or ideal sandwich was, but that don't matter.
What is your ideal sandwich?
To me, I love like a roasted turkey breast for meat. I also like some bacon and roast beef, and then lettuce, tomato, onion, bell pepper, banana pepper, mayonnaise. I also like some what the fuck's it called? Vinaigrette. I like mushrooms on it as well. This is a good size sandwich. Some olives.
This is a fucking Popeye sandwich.
Olives, some strips of fried chicken. I like it when the chicken's fried and then cut in
like
strips.
Fucking Shaggy and Scooby made this sandwich.
Little pieces of pineapple and watermelon. Some coconut shavings that have been roasted. Roasted coconut shavings
shut the
are
fuck
nice
up.
and delicious.
You don't know what this. You're full
but
of You've never
salt,
had the sandwich.
pepper.
You've never had the sandwich.
Thanks for ruining my joke. What got up your ass? Was it a fucking fruit salad? Fucking jackass. All right, what else is there? Motherfucker wants to sit there and talk about peanut butter and jelly all serious. Finally, some humor enters that topic, and he forgets what this show's about.
Hey, you're going on too long about damn sandwich. We lost 3 viewers while you're doing that.
Well, they're gonna be all gone in about 3 minutes.
We've maintained fucking our same viewer count for the last fucking 30 minutes, and you start talking about your bullshit sandwich and we lose 3?
Well,
Let me tell you something. Hedges are a lazy man's fence.
we already talked about that.
I know.
Memory foam, you talked about that. Apparently, spring's almost here. I'm looking forward to spring.
I am looking forward to spring. I want summer to be back already. I don't like
right.
summer being gone.
All right, now let's talk about sprinklers. I say that the normal rotating, like pivoting bar sprinkler system is the way to go.
The one that shoots, it's like a straight bar.
With a hose.
It shoots out beams of water and it just goes back and
Actually,
forth.
to me, the best sprinkler system is actually a hose, a water hose with holes poked all in it.
Oh, that's an irrigation system.
Yeah. It's the
That's
best
not a sprinkler.
It is a sprinkler.
That's not a sprinkler.
What makes a sprinkler a sprinkler?
A sprinkler is an attachment to a hose. If the hose itself is spraying the water out, it is an irrigation system.
Can you not attach a hose to a hose and then have a fucking boot on the end so it don't just flow out the end?
If you have a hose,
cap, not a boot.
It can't be a hose. That's not a sprinkler.
That's the same thing.
It's not a sprinkler.
It's not mechanical.
No, it's not a sprinkler.
It is a sprinkler.
No, it is a watering system. It's not a sprinkler.
It is a sprinkler.
No, it's not.
How is this not a sprinkler?
Because it does not sprinkle water. It lets water out of the hose.
You just don't like it that it's better than what you was going to say.
No, I'm dead ass serious. Like, because honestly, in my opinion, that is the best one. I've always said that. Like irrigation systems where you can have
it's the best. Like those
hoses where you do it. They're great, but the problem is they're not a sprinkler. We're talking about sprinklers.
That is a sprinkler.
They're not sprinklers.
It's a sprinkler.
No, it's not.
What does it do? Does it just shoot water out, or does it sprinkle it?
No, it water runs out of it. It's not a sprinkler. A sprinkler sprays water out. Like it forces water out into a certain area.
Okay, I guess a hose with a pinholes in it wouldn't do that, would
it? No, it would allow water to flow out, but it's not spraying it. A sprinkler sprinkles water over an area. This literally floods an area. It's different.
It would not flood an area, for one. It depends on how long it's left on. A sprinkler can flood an area as well.
You clearly don't know the definition of a sprinkler.
And do you?
Actually, I'm going to look it up right now just to prove a point.
I'm saying, though, do you, like, without a shadow of a doubt?
I know I'm right, yeah.
Well, I mean, do you know the definition? Can you quote it to me?
Word for word, no. But I know it fits in my category and not yours.
Alright, come on, man. Honestly, this is a conversation for after the show. Like, if you're not finding the answer.
Any various devices for sprinkling. As a watering pot, a container of water filled with a perforated top used to sprinkle clothes before ironing, or especially a perforated ring or small stand with a revolving nozzle to which a hose is attached for watering a lawn with a fine, even spray.
It's just saying, it said or especially.
Oh, number 2 is great.
Is it what?
Number 2, the second definition is great.
What is it?
A person who sprinkles.
No, I ain't never seen one of those. Alright,
yeah, I'm a sprinkler.
Should we call it there?
Yeah, let's call it there, guys. Y'all have a fucking great night, man.
Yeah. So, that is the show for tonight. I would like to thank whoever tuned in for tuning in on 3 Hour Special. It was tedious, but
you some bad bitch. Honestly, I had a good time.
It was a little tedious for me, but in the end, it feels rewarding. So, with all that said, in the famous words of Rocky El Paso,
stay beautiful, baby.
Stay beautiful, baby.